Hello. That's not my intro. God damn it. I have an intro now. I'm supposed to use it. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you again. Welcome to the stream. Hi, it's Emio time. Sorry, my brain's a little dead. I slept long enough. I wouldn't say I slept well enough. My sleep graph says that my sleep was actually garbage. Kept going back into the drowsing state. There's like a few hours where I don't at all get into the slumbering state. I don't know how accurate Pokemon sleep is, but I mean, it feels pretty accurate right now. I don't feel like I slept well enough. See, that's the thing. Pokemon sleep, in terms of points, it only worries about how long you slept, not how well you slept. But I guess it does track how well you slept as well. I've almost finished my tea, so I'll finish that before we actually get into the game. So I'm not awkwardly trying to take sips between dialogue. Yeah. So we're playing Emio today. I played a bit more of Ace Attorney Investigations. Yes, Ace Attorney Investigations last night. I don't... Oh, well, I am... So, like, I've got an Emio stream today, and I've got one Emio stream next week. And then the week after, I'm actually not going to be streaming, because I'm visiting my parents. So, there is a decent chance that I could actually be ready with investigations, and be ready to stream investigations too. By the time I finish Emio. And I think I have decided what I'm going to do about the fact that we apparently can't stream the ending of Emio. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stream it anyway. Hope that the stream doesn't get taken down live and that, like, Nintendo's only taking down, like, videos of it. And then I'll just upload it to YouTube, and if it gets taken down, it gets taken down. And I'll just, like, post a community post or something saying, like, hey, yeah, my final Emio VOD got removed. So, if you saw it live, cool. If you didn't, sorry. Play it yourself. Probably the easiest way to handle it. Especially because Nintendo isn't striking channels, they're just taking down the video. Or like, no, not taking it down, blocking it. So like, the video is still uploaded, it's just, you know, no one can watch it. Or whatever. So that seemed, to me, I'm hoping that like, they're not like actively detecting like, oh, this live stream has this in it. Take it down while it's going. Something like that. So hopefully we can still stream the ending. And maybe the VOD will just get taken down. Also, I haven't posted the promo for it yet, because I need to finish something for the thumbnail. But yeah, like I said yesterday, Clueless Quiz Time's finally happening next week. It's going to be on Sunday, and it's going to start at around the time I would normally end stream, because I have other people on the stream. Some of them are in the same or an earlier time zone than mine, and I don't want them to have to get up super early on a Sunday. One of them's already potentially going to have to set an alarm, but you know. So keep an eye on my Twitter, I'll post that out. Probably later today? Probably. But for now, let's get into the game. Enough rambling. Game's gone... It's gone dark. There we go. Let me readjust my headphones so I can actually hear this. Alright. Let's get back into it. At the start of Chapter 8. Brother and sister. Interesting. I'm just now realizing Chapter 8's titled Brother and Sister, but which kind of implies that it's probably going to be about Kusei and her brother. But we're not starting with that. We're starting with speaking to the victim's friend. So that's interesting. You know what? Sure.
笑顔が描かれた紙袋をかぶった遺体となって発見された地元の中学生佐々木英介。その様子は18年前に起きた未解決の連続少女殺人事件、さらには都市伝説エミオと酷似していた。鈴木みのるの似顔絵を手がかりに彼の行方を調査すべく幸福駅へと向かった君は捜査中の上原刑事と出会う。記憶喪失かもしれない兄誠を見つけ出すために刑事を志した久世の力になろうと考えた君は鈴木みのるの調査と並行して久世誠を見つけ出そうと考える。一方歩美は怪しい格好で森本めぐみの自宅の様子を伺っていた福山を発見し喫茶店で話を聞く。歩美からエミオの話を聞いた福山は彼の父親の地元入間村で30年前に起きた笑顔の紙袋にまつわる出来事を思い出す。その内容を福山は詳しく知らないようだが、都市伝説エミオのような紙袋の殺人鬼の話ではなく切ない話だと父親から聞いたそうだ。福山によれば佐々木英介と親しかった滝口浩平という生徒が歩美と話したがっているらしい。それを知った君は自分が滝口に会うことを望み、翌日南第三中学校に。
God, there's so much shit in today's recap. I guess it's recapping the entire previous chapter, because we ended off at the start of the next chapter or something. Eisuke Sasaki, age 15, was found dead with a paper bag with a smiley face drawn on it over his head. The scene was similar to those of unsolved murders from 18 years ago, as well as the urban legend of the Smiling Man. While at Kofuku Station searching for clues about Minoru Tsuzuki, you encounter Detective Kamihara working the case. You decide to help Kusei by searching for Makoto in parallel to your investigation into Minoru Tsuzuki. Meanwhile, Ayumi finds Fukuyama spying on Megumi's home and decides to talk to him about it at a coffee shop. Ayumi tells Fukuyama about the Smiling Man, and he shares a story from his father's hometown of Irumo village involving a smiling paper bag. Fukuyama can't recall the details, but said it was a sad story and had nothing to do with the killer wearing a paper bag. Fukuyama says Kohei Takiguchi, a student close to Eisuke, wants to talk to Ayumi. You visit Minami Daisan Junior High School the next day, hoping to meet with Kohei yourself. There we go. That would have been more impressive if I didn't keep stumbling over my words.
お時間を割いていただきましてありがとうございます。でも先生というのは常にお忙しいんですよね。
Thank you for taking the time to see me. I know you must have a busy schedule as a teacher. And can you please step back just a little bit?
いえいえ、これもまた私の仕事ですよ。ぜひ協力させてください。
No, it's my job to help the kids in any way I can, and that means helping you.
ここで立ち話というのもなんですし、中で話しませんか?
Why don't we go inside and talk? It'll be better than standing around here. Okay, if you say so.
それではこちらへ。
Please, come this way.
先日はお恥ずかしいところを見られてしまいました。
I'm sorry I had to see that embarrassing scene the other day. Eh? I mean, Taro did see Fukuyama and Ayumi, but I don't know that there was anything embarrassing happening at the time.
先生っていろいろと大変なんですね。
Oh. That embarrassing scene. It's okay. Teachers have a lot on their plates.
かし私はむしろそれを楽しんでいるのかもしれません。
Well, it's true, but I normally thrive when I'm busy.
と言いますと。
Oh, what do you mean?
未熟で不安定な子供たちに向き合い、そして寄り添うことは簡単なことではありません。
Well, I mean, it can be tough to work with kids at this age. They're immature, unstable.
しかし、それが彼らの輝かしい未来のためだと思えば、私はむしろ喜びを感じるのです。
But when I think of the future I'm helping them build, it brings me great joy. Ah.
教師こそが私の天職だ。生徒たちからそう教えてもらいました。
Teaching is definitely my calling. My students have helped me realize that.
かっこいい。
Seems like you'd be a cool teacher. Cool teacher.
今日はよろしくお願いします。
Well, thank you again for taking the time today.
え、こちらこそ。
Yes, my pleasure.
あれからめぐみさんは。
So, how has Megumi been?
まだ登校できていません。先日様子を見に行こうと近くまで行ったんですが。
Well, she still hasn't been back to school. I went to visit her the other day. Did you, though? You didn't go in the house. You just stood around outside watching.
今彼女に会うことが正しいとは思えず、引き返そうとしたとき、立花に会ったんですよ。
I didn't think she was ready, and just as I was turning around to leave, I ran into Tachibana. What do you mean you didn't go inside the house? How do you know whether she's ready or not?
このことは立花から聞いていらっしゃいますか？
Did she tell you about this, by the way?
はい。福山先生にばったり会ったと。
She mentioned that she ran into you, yeah?
他に何か言ってましたか？
Did she say anything else?
はい。先輩はいつも真面目で生徒思いな先生だって話してました。
Just that you were a dedicated teacher who's really focused on his students?
そうですか。立花め、褒めすぎだ。
I see. Good old Tachibana. She's too nice. The love triangle subplot. I've decided that I don't like it, actually. Even knowing that it goes nowhere, I'm just like, can we not? Can we not?
森本には今日電話してみました。親御さんによれば少しずつ元気になってきているようです。
I called Megumi's house today and spoke to her parents. They say she's slowly improving.
あなたにまでご心配いただいて誠に恐縮です。
I hope I haven't burdened you with worry.
いえ、とんでもないです。
No, not at all.
福山先輩って教育熱心ないい先生ってイメージだな。確かにとても真面目そうだ。
He seems genuinely concerned about his students. I bet he's a really good teacher.
なのになぜあゆみちゃんは先輩のことをいつも笑いながら話すんだ。
So why is Ayumi always giggling about him? Because he's a fucking idiot? Any observations, I guess?
私はね、つくづく自分は幸せ者だなって思うんです。
All in all, I consider myself really lucky.
こうやって天職につけるなんてっておかしいですよね。
I mean, how many people find their one true calling? Funny, isn't it?
いえ、素晴らしいことだと思いますけど。
Oh, yeah. I think it's great.
そうですか。さすがは探偵さんだ。
Yep, just what I'd expect a detective to say. What? Huh? Maybe keep asking about
少しず
Megumi?
つ元気にはなってきているようです。
Megumi is slowly but surely getting better. Okay. Observations then?
私は教師になるために生まれたのかもしれない。そんなバカなことを考える時もあるんですよ。
I really feel I was born to be a teacher. Perhaps it's foolish, but it's what I believe.
そう 口くんの姿が見えないようだが、まだ授業中なのかな。
Was that supposed to be in brackets? Because it really sounded like he was like doing that internal monologue thing, which it normally happens when the text is in brackets or like whatever, or is like blue because he's like thinking it to himself. But like here he's like outright asking a question, so why was he talking so quietly? When can I speak with Kohei? Is he still in class?
もう少しすると4次元目が終わります。そうすれば滝口がここに来ますので。
Yes, but fourth period is about to end, and Kohei should be here shortly after that.
滝口浩平。
Kohei Takiguchi, what will you know?
滝口くんは佐々木英介と最も親しかった男子生徒らしいけど、
It seems like Kohei was one of Eisuke's closest friends.
その一方で佐々木くんとめぐみさんが取り合っていたという噂があったんだったな。
Still, I did hear a rumor that the two of them had a falling out over Megumi. Actually, I'm pretty sure Ayumi was the one who heard that rumor, but I guess she told you the rumor.
どんな生徒なんだろ
I wonder what kind of student he is.
う。滝口くんは佐々木くんと親しかったようですが、どんな生徒さんなんですか？
I hear that Kohei was a good friend of Eisuke's. Is he also a good student?
素直でおとなしい生徒ですよ。佐々木だけではなく、森本とも親しかったようですね。
Yes, Kohei's a very reserved and serious student. He's also close friends with Megumi.
佐々木のためにと、自ら協力を申し出た彼の気持ちを思うと、私は。
When I think about how Kohei offered to help Eisuke with his grades, I just can't.
探偵さん、佐々木の無念を晴らしてやってください。お願いします。
Please, Ninten, you've got to save this case. Solve this case for Eisuke.
もちろんです。
Of course, I'm doing my best.
さて、探偵さん。
Now, Ninten. Hmm?
滝口を待つ間に、あなたにどうしてもお聞きしたいことがあるんですよ。
While we're waiting for Kohei, I need to ask you something.
はい、何でしょうか？
Yes? What is it? Is this gonna be about Tachibana?
今日は立花の先輩であるあなたが直々に彼から話を聞くと伺っているのですが、
I'm told that you'll be meeting with Tachibana at some point today.
その何と言うんでしょう。立花では少々頼りないということでしょう。
Does she need to check in with you somehow? Are you her boss? Is she reliable?
おいえ、とんでもないです。あゆみちゃん、いや、立花さんはとても優秀ですよ。
No, I mean, Tachibana is very talented, and I'm not her boss. We're just co-workers.
そうでしたか。それはよかった。安心しました。
Oh, I see. That's good to hear. A relief. Why is that a relief? Huh?
どうしても気になってしまうんですよ。
I can't help but wonder.
可愛い後輩がちゃんとやれているのか、正しく評価されているのかどうかが。
How's Ayumi doing as a detective? And are you guys making sure she's compensated fairly?
彼女が優秀で卒がないことは知っています。でも、つい気になっちゃうんですよ。
I mean, she seems like she's doing a great job, but I'm just curious.
立花には黙っててくださいね。おせっかいだってまた怒られてしまう。
Please don't tell her I asked. She'll scold me for meddling again. Hehe.
福山先輩ってあゆみちゃんのことずいぶん気にかけてるんだな。
He sure does keep a close eye on Ayumi.
特に可愛い後輩なんですよ。立花は。
Tachibana is one of my favorite school memories. I don't like the phrasing on that. That feels weird to me.
心配性だな、俺は。
I worry too much sometimes.
先輩のお墨付きとなれば安心だ。
Really need to do something about this mic cord. Because I can't, like, push myself right into the desk. And so that I can, like, lean back and still be, like, close to the mic. Oh, we're dropping frames. Are we good again? I think we're good again. Okay, we dropped a few frames there, but, we're okay. We didn't outright disconnect. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that it doesn't happen again. Is my desk actually made of wood? I don't know. It's made of something. I'm pretty sure it's wood. Anyway, it's a relief that you can count on her.
ところで、探偵さんはおいくつなんですか?
By the way, how old are you, Ninten?
立花さんと同い年の19歳です。
I'm 19 years old, same as Tachibana.
そうなんですか。もっとお若いのかと思ってましたよ。
Oh, I thought you were a bit younger than that.
警察署でお見かけしたとき、立花の方が年上かと思ったので。
When I saw you at the police station, I figured Tachibana was older than you.
今日立花の先輩としていらっしゃったのがあなたで、正直驚いたんですよ。
So I was surprised to hear that you actually started at your agency before Tachibana.
そうなんですか?
Oh, well... Oh, well, I mean...
僕が子供っぽいってことか。
Is he suggesting that I'm childish?
いや、福山先輩みたいに大人っぽくはないけど。
I mean, it's all too obvious that he's older than me, but come on. So he mentioned Ayumi, so I guess we go back to this one.
福山先生から見て、立花さんはどういう
But why does he not want to refer to Ayumi by her first name? Does he want to, like, sound more professional or something? So as a teacher and as her former senpai, what was Tachibana like?
いい質問ですね。
Good question.
自慢の後輩といったところでしょうか。薙刀を手にした立花は輝きが。
I'm proud to have known her. You should have seen her with a naginata in her hands. She shined.
そうなんですね。
Heh, I see.
立花のあの凛とした佇まいはまるで一枚の絵画のようでした。
And needless to say, she was beautiful, like a classic work of art.
叶うなら今一度見てみたい。なんて贅沢な話ですね。
If I could, I'd revisit those days. But I know it's impossible. I don't...
僕は一度も見たことないんですけど。
Huh. It's interesting to hear these details about Ayumi when she was young.
あの立花の姿を目にできなかった人は人生の半分くらいを損している。
You're laying it on a bit thick here, mate. Please, do not. I genuinely feel pity for anyone who didn't grow up alongside young Tachibana.
なんてことまで思ってしまうんですよ。我ながら。
Of course, that's stupid. I know. Yeah, no shit.
私は立花より4歳年上ですから、彼女と一緒に部活をしていたわけではないんです。
I'm actually 4 years older than Tachibana, so technically I wasn't in the club with her.
高校生になってから OB として中学の部活を覗きに行ったんですよ。立花目当てで。
So I was in high school, but I went back to the middle school just to see Tachibana. What?
冗談ですよ。進学した高校に薙刀部がなかったんです。
I'm kidding, but my school didn't have a naginata club, and I wanted to stay in touch with the sport.
ああ、そうなんですね。
Oh, I see.
びっくりした。思わず大きい声を出してしまった。
You really caught me off guard with that. Hope I didn't yelp too loudly.
神聖な道場に足を踏み入れた時のあの身の引き締まるような感覚。
Ah, that feeling of stepping into a sacred dojo. Your muscles tense and your focus tightens.
それが忘れられなかったんですよ。あなたは何か武道などは？
I'll never forget it. Do you do any martial arts, by the way? I used to when I was younger. Not so much anymore.
はい、空手を少々。
Yes, a little karate.
やはりそうでしたか。感じるものですね。武道をたしなむ者同士に響き合う何か。
I knew it. So you know the feeling? How it resonates with those of us dedicated to the martial arts.
僕はあまり感じないけど。
I wouldn't say I'm very dedicated, but...
空手ですか。いいですね。ぜひ一度お手合わせ願いたいものだ。
Karate, you said. I'd love to spar with you sometime. No way that's happening. We keep asking about this,
卒
maybe?
業後に初めて部活を覗きに行って、私は非常に驚いたんですよ。
When I went back to check in with the club after I graduated, I was shocked. Oh?
なんと男子生徒の多いこと多いこと。なぎなたは女子部員がほとんどの部活なのに。
There were suddenly so many boys enrolled, even though the Naginata Club is usually mostly girls.
なぜだかわかりますね。
You know why, don't you? I'm gonna say, I have no idea, because I feel like this is a little presumptuous.
なんでかな。
Huh? I have no idea.
ヒント。ある1年生が入部したからですよ。
I'll give you a hint, because a certain first year joined the club.
おお、立花さんが入部したからなんですね。
You're saying it was because Tachibana joined the club?
なこと分かってますって。
Guess I should have known. How? What do you mean you should have known? Ah, yes. I did not mean to... Hold on. Press that. I don't... Like, oh, I guess I should have known. Like, she's just a normal fucking student. I guess they're really trying to paint her as like something special, but to me it's like she's just a normal heckin' girl who became a detective.
立花が入部したことで男子部員がとても増えたんですよ。
Yep, when Tachibana joined the club, suddenly a whole bunch of boys signed up. Do we ask about Ayumi again then?
稽古中の立花の立ち居振る舞いを目にすると不思議なことに。
It's funny, when I used to watch Tachibana practicing her stances,
他の者が視界に入らなくなるんですよ。私の心眼が彼女を映し出すのでしょうか。
it was like the whole world darkened and all I could see was her. Is that normal? I don't think so.
男子部員が邪魔で。
And yet, inevitably, some buffoon would walk past and break my line of vision. I don't like the way they're talking about her. Maybe I've just never been in love like this. Maybe I don't know what it's like. But right now, it just kind of feels uncomfortable to me, the way they're going on about this.
どっちなんだ。
What in the world is he going on about? My thoughts exactly, Taro.
やはり探偵さんの場合は立花を同僚って感じで見ていらっしゃるんでしょうか。
Would you say your relationship with Tachibana is strictly as a co-worker, Nintan?
まあそうですね。実際に仕事仲間ですし。
Well, yeah, I mean, we are co-workers, and...
なるほどですね。 しかし、それはもったいないことだ。
I see. Ah, what a waste. What?
本当に見えませんか、立花の放つ輝きが。
Surely you're not immune to her radiant charms, hmm?
なんだこの人は。
What's with this guy? My thoughts exactly. But also, don't think you're exempt from this, Taro. You've been acting weird about her as well. Good lord. I'm not into this side plot. Can we get back to the mystery, please? Thanks.
竹口くんはまだ。
So is Kohei on his way, or? Oh. There's the end of fourth period.
今4次元目の授業が終わったようですね。竹口が来るまでもう少しお待ちいただけますか。
I think fourth period just ended, so let's give him a moment.
あゆみちゃんが先輩のことを笑いながら話す理由が理解できたと思う。
It makes sense now why Ayumi giggles a bit when we talk about Mr. Fukuyama.
福山先輩はすごく変わってる。
Because he's such a weirdo! True that. True that.
福山先生は立花さんと。
Hey, so I was talking to Ayumi. You mean Tachibana?
この間偶然こちらの学校の前で再会されたってことなんですよね。
She said that the two of you first ran into each other again out in front of the school.
そうなんですよ。なぎなた部の頃以来だったんです。
Yes, that's right. I hadn't seen Tachibana since her time in our middle school Naginata club.
高校生の立花には一度も会っていません。中学の頃とはまた違った輝きを放っていたんでしょうね。
I didn't know her in high school, unfortunately. I can only imagine how she must have blossomed. Look, I think it's not just the head over heels talk that is bothering me. I know there's only like a 4-year age gap between these two, but the fact that he's a grown adult talking about what she was like in middle school and high school like this bothers me.
もう二度とそれを見ることはできない。正直申し上げて。
But those high school days are gone forever. Frankly, it breaks my heart. I see.
高校生のあゆみちゃんの写真も持ってたりする。
Well, I knew Ayumi when she was in high school, and I even have a picture of her from then. You still have the picture?
調査のために受け取ったものだし。
I obtained it purely for investigative purposes.
返して、もう意地悪って言われたけど。
She pretended to protest a bit, like, no, give it back, it looks so silly, it's embarrassing.
しかし、中学時代の立花の姿、その華麗な身のこなしが今もなお、私の目に鮮明に焼き付いている。
Well, at least I have my memories of Tachibana from middle school.
贅沢を言ってはいけませんね。
Time moves on. We must accept that. Kohei, can you get here, please? I want this side tangent to end.
あの立花の姿を見ることが叶わないあなたには、満たされない何かがあるかもしれませんが。
I'm sure it won't be the same as actually growing up with Tachibana, but
当時の立花の話ならいくらでも聞いてください。
feel free to ask me any questions about her from back
手
then.
持ちなら豊富にありますから。
Oh, have I got some stories?
福山先輩は僕が知らない頃のあゆみちゃんのことをたくさん知っているのかもしれないけど。
Mr. Fukuyama may know a lot about Ayumi from way back before I met her.
僕は福山先輩が知らない高校時代のあゆみちゃんをいっぱい知っているんだ。
But I know a lot about her from her high school days that he'll never know.
決して負けてなどいない。
I won't lose.
むしろ勝っていると思う。
I feel like I've got the best of him. What the fuck is this? Superior friendship with a Yumi? Bruh? Bruh. Eh? Oh, was that? Okay, yeah, that was just me, my model freezing. Oh no, that's because the stream got like knocked behind. Let me refresh it. Now, there we go. Now it's back in line because of the drop frames. Anyway, superior friendship with Ayumi.
福山先生、実は僕、
Actually, Mr. Fukuyama, I
立花さんとある事件の関係で、彼女が高校1年生の時に出会いました。
I met Tachibana when she was a freshman in high school. There was a police
そ
case.
のことがきっかけで、彼女も探偵助手になったんですよ。
I'll spare you the details, but it's what led her to this line of work.
おお、そうなんですね。
I see.
セーラー服がよく似合う素敵な女子高生でしたよ、立花さんは。
She made quite an impression in her sailor suit. Taro, weren't you just talking a second ago about, oh man, this guy's weird, ha ha ha. Now you're launching into the exact same fucking thing. Can Kohei please get here soon?
女子
Sailor suit.
高校生の立花さんの姿を見てなかったら、人生の3分の2くらい損してるんじゃないかな。
Remember when you said and you pitied anyone who didn't know Tachibana growing up? Yeah, I know.
って思う人がいるかもしれませんね。
Anyway, your words.
はい。
Yes?
その頃の立花の写真などは
Do you happen to have any photos of Tachibana from that time?
持ってますけど。
Yes, I have one, but... Oh. I am uncomfortable!
あくまでも調査で使ったものですから、持ち歩いたりはしていませんよ。
I had it for investigative purposes. It's not like I carry it around with me.
それに毎日本人に会ってますし。
Besides, I see her every day. Please.
勝ったような気がする。
This feels weirdly like a victory. What do you mean weirdly? It was literally written out superior friendship with Ayumi. You are clearly competing. It's not weird at all. Oh.
お、来たか。
Oh, you're here.
どうぞ入りなさい。
Come on in.
失礼します。
Hey. Kohei.
彼が滝口くんだろうか。
This must be Kohei, right?
体操着を着ているから、4次元目は体育だったんだろう。
He's wearing gym clothes, so it would make sense that his fourth period was PE.
僕を待たせちゃいけないって思って着替えずに来てくれたんだろうな。
He came straight here without changing. I guess he didn't want to keep me waiting.
探偵さん、彼が滝口浩平です。
Allow me to introduce Kohei Takiguchi. This is Ninten.
滝口です。
You can just call me Kohei. That is very clearly not what he said. There are so many points during the game where I'm just like, I'm reading the dialogue, but I'm also listening to the Japanese voice acting, and I can very clearly hear that the characters are referring to each other using their like surnames. But then the English like translation down the bottom uses their first names instead. And it's interesting because I'm pretty sure Fukuyama refers to everyone using their surname, but in the English dialogue he refers to his students by their first name, and then Ayumi and the main character by their surname. It's just interesting to me that they flipped that around, which I guess in English it's more common to refer to someone by their first name, but like, still, it's interesting. You can just call me Kohei.
はじめまして。宇津木探偵事務所の者です。
Nice to meet you. I'm Ninten from the Utsugi Detective Agency.
佐々木くんについて話してくれるんだよね。ありがとう。お昼休みなのに。
I was hoping to ask you some questions about Eisuke. Thank you for taking the time during your lunch break.
はい。
Sure.
辛いに違いないけど、せっかく君が佐々木くんのために知ってることを話そうとしてくれるんだから。
I know it's difficult, but anything you can share could help us solve the case. For Eisuke.
遠慮なく質問させてもらうね。大丈夫かな?
That said, I might ask some tough questions. Are you okay with that?
大丈夫です。
Yeah, that's okay. Alright, let's chat.
滝口くんは佐々木くんと仲が良かったんだよね。
You and Eisuke were good friends, weren't you?
はい。エースケは小学校からの友達です。僕たち全然タイプが違うから。
Yeah, we go way back. We've been friends since elementary school, even though we're like opposites.
みんなになんでお前ら仲がいいんだってよく不思議がられるんです。
I guess some people couldn't figure out why we'd be friends.
自分でもそう思ってて、でもなんでかわからないけど一番気があったんです。
I mean, sometimes I wondered about it myself, but we always got along so well.
そうなんだ。
I see.
だから僕、エースケのこときっと一番わかってて、いろいろ知ってるから。
Anyway, I think I probably knew Eisuke better than anyone.
僕たちに協力しようとしてくれるんだよね。本当にありがとう、滝口くん。
I really appreciate that you're helping us out like this. Thank you, Kohei.
はい。
Yeah, sure.
滝口、お前、佐々木のいい友達なんだな。
You're a good friend to Eisuke for doing this, Kohei. Thanks for the comment from the peanut gallery.
佐々木くんが誰かと揉めていたとか、恨みを買っていたこととかはないかな?
Do you know if Eisuke had any other problems? Maybe someone holding a grudge against him?
エースケはすごくいいやつだし、みんなと仲良かったから、そんなこと絶対なかったと思います。
There's no way. I mean, he was too nice. He was way too nice for that. He got along with everyone.
そうか。そうなんだね。
I see, I see. Naruhodo.
やはり先生方が言ってることと同じだ。
That's exactly what all of his teachers said.
だから、エースケのことを嫌いなやつとか絶
Ser-
対いないと思います。
Seriously, no one disliked him.
エースケを嫌いなやつなんて絶対にいません。
I'm telling you, everyone liked Eisuke. Yeah, okay.
じゃあ最近の佐々木くんの様子で何か気になることはなかった？
Is there anything else about Eisuke's behavior that caught your attention recently?
そうですね。
Let's see.
あいつ最近成績が落ちてきて、志望校が本当にやばかったんです。
I mean, his grades were down, and that school he wanted to get into is really tough.
なのにエースケは平気みたいで全然気にしてない感じだったんです。
But he seemed totally unconcerned, like he didn't mind at all.
成績か。
More about his grades, huh?
でも
But
でも僕違うと思ってたんです。エースケは絶対気にしてて悩んでたと思います。
knowing Eisuke, I can't imagine he didn't really care about his grades, you know?
あいつ僕なんかと違って中学生なのに将来のこととか考えてたから。
Unlike me, he was already thinking about his future while he was in middle school.
絶対ショックだったはずです。
He must have been in shock, right? And then they highlighted Eisuke, so I guess we talk about Eisuke next.
エースケってカッコつけるところがあって自分の弱みを知られたくないって気持ちが強いんです。
I guess one thing about Eisuke is that he always played it cool. He never showed vulnerability.
今回だって成績が落ちてるけど平気なふりするし、もし本当に何か困ってたとしても
Even with his grades, he acted like it was no big deal. So if he had been in some kind of trouble,
誰にも気づかれないようにするんです。
he would have made sure that no one else knew about it.
僕にはたまにポロッと愚痴ったりはするけど、エースケはいつも通りって感じで。
I mean, he'd whine to me about random things every so often, but other than that, it was business as usual.
だからエースケの本当の気持ちがわからなかったんだ。僕は親友なのに。
I guess I'm not sure how he felt deep down, even though he was my best friend.
結局僕はエースケのことを何も分かってなかったんだ。
Maybe I didn't know Eisuke all that well after all. Do I think now?
佐々木くんについて聞けるのはここまでかな。
I guess that's as much info as I'll get about Eisuke.
そうだ、森本めぐみさんのことも聞いておこう。共通の
Oh, but I should-
竹口くんのクラスメイトだし。
Oh, but I should definitely ask about Megumi. They were all friends and classmates. Okie dokie.
森本めぐみさんのことを聞いてもいいかな。
Can I ask about Megumi Morimoto?
はい、大丈夫です。
Yeah, I guess.
めぐみも小学校の時からの友達です。今は僕と同じクラスです。
We've been friends for a long time too, since grade school, and she's in the same class as me now.
3人は仲が良かったんだね。
Sounds like all three of you are pretty close.
そうです。でもエースケとめぐみは特に仲良しでした。
Yeah, but I'd say Eisuke and Megumi were especially
お
close.
互いに言いたいこと言うからしょっちゅう喧嘩してたけど、
Although they did fight kind of a lot. Probably because they both just said whatever.
すぐ普通に戻ってなんか兄弟みたいでした。
You know, like brother and sister almost. But they'd always make up and be back to normal. I guess that's how the title of the chapter ties into this.
エースケはみんなと仲良しなタイプでしたけど、めぐみだけはちょっと特別だったみたいで。
So you know how I said Eisuke got along with everyone? Well, Megumi was kind of special.
多分めぐみのことが好きだったんだと思います。めぐみがどうだったのかわからないけど。
Sorry. I keep yawning. We're not even an hour into the stream. It feels like it's been so much longer. I guess time goes slow when you're feeling uncomfortable. Thanks, Fukuyama. I think he had a crush on Megumi, but I don't know how she felt about him. Cough. Maybe back to Megumi now?
めぐみさんのことどう思ってる？
What do you think of Megumi?
どう思ってる？
What did I think?
質問の仕方が悪かったかな。
Maybe I should have phrased that differently.
そうですね。いつも元気で明るいなって思ってます。
I mean, she's cheerful and bright.
他には
Anything else?
他
Anything else?
めぐみ、オカルト話が好きなんですけど、僕そういうのちょっと苦手で。
I guess she likes creepy books. You know, like occult stuff. I'm not really into it.
すごい楽しそうに怖い話をしてくるのだけはやめてほしいなって思います。
I kind of wish she'd stop trying to scare me with creepy stories all the time. Haha.
聞いてた噂話につながる感じが
That seems a bit different from the gossip I've heard. Do we think, or do we just ask again?
もしかしてちょっと仲良く話してるだけでこの子のこと好きなんだって的な
Taro. Maybe if we just chat a bit, he'll loosen up and start spilling some of that gossip.
そういうレベルの噂話
The gossip of that kind, I don't know.
ちょっと突っ込んだ聞き方をするべきだろうか
Maybe I should ask more probing questions. No.
滝口君の様子から察するにあくまで噂は噂で実際は違いそう
No, I'm going to guess that the rumors are just that, rumors. It's not really relevant to the case. To be like, oh, love triangle, haha. We don't need to know that shit. Like, they're... Maybe I'm not detective-minded enough, but it feels like that's like... There's no way that's relevant to the case. And I'm just going to be upsetting Taro for no reason. Not Taro, Kohei.
やめておこう
Let's not do this.
英介はめぐみのことが好きだったんだと思います。
I think Eisuke liked Megumi.
そういえばちょっと前に英介が
You know, now that I think about it,
最近めぐみが冷たい好きなやつでもできたのかなって言ってました。
Eisuke did say that he thought Megumi had been a little cold lately. He wondered if she liked someone. Fukuyama, please.
先生大丈夫ですか
Sir, are you okay?
俺は大丈夫だ続けてくれ
Yes, yes, I'm fine. Please keep going.
はい
Okay.
その時の英介マジで言ってる感じでした。今思うと英介らしくなかったです。
Anyway, it seemed like he was actually serious. Thinking back, it was out of character for him. Fukuyama, please.
滝口もういいのか言いたいことは全部言えたのか
So was that everything you wanted to say, Kohei?
はい
Yes.
そうかじゃあもう教室に戻りなさい
Very well. I suppose you can head back to the classroom now.
滝口君から聞けた話は知ってることがほとんどだったな
Unfortunately, you didn't really give me any new information.
でも親友のためを思って名乗り出た滝口君はとても立派だと思う
But it was brave of him to come forward and talk to me on behalf of his friend.
滝口勇気を出して申し出た滝口を先生は誇りに思う
Kohei, I'm proud of you for having the courage to talk to the detective about all this.
だからもう戻って弁当を食べてきなさいでないと
Now then, you'd best head off and eat lunch, because otherwise...
先生が食べちゃうぞ本当によく頑張った滝口
I'm going to eat it myself. Haha! Sorry, I couldn't resist. Good job, Kohei.
さあ行きなさいちゃんと着替えるんだぞ
Go on then, get dressed properly.
探偵さんあなたにご相談したいことがあるんですがお時間の方は
Back to you, Ninten. There's one other thing I wanted to discuss if you have time.
ああ
Okay.
英介って
Hey, did Eisuke...
英介って本当に殺されちゃったんですか
Did he really get killed?
自殺とかじゃないんですか
Like, it wasn't a suicide or anything.
どうしてそう思うの
Why would you think that?
英介は自分がかわいそうなやつだとか思われるのが一番嫌なんです
Listen, the last thing Eisuke wanted was for anyone to pity him.
同級生とか友達とかだけじゃなくて家族にも。
Not just classmates and friends, but also his family.
だから自分の成績が落ちてきてることとかがいろんな人に知られたら。
So if people have found out that his grades had been slipping or something,
エスケ我慢できないんじゃないかなって。
I don't think Eisuke could bear it.
さっきエスケの成績が落ちてきて志望校がやばかったって言いましたけど。
You know how we talked about Eisuke's grades slipping and how he might not get into that school?
僕本当は
Well,
エスケから今のままじゃ志望校に受かるのは難しいって先生に言われちゃったって聞いたんです。
Eisuke actually told me himself that his teacher said he wouldn't get in if things didn't change.
その時エスケは
And he said,
こんなことお前にしか言えないや。ああ最悪とか言いながら。
I'm only telling you about this. Don't say anything to anyone else. He was really down, man.
高校までお前やめぐみと一緒なのかよ。まあそれも悪くないかなって笑ってました。
He was like, at least maybe I'll still be at the same school as you and Megumi. And he kind of laughed.
何が本音なのかは分かりません。でもエースケは絶対落ち込んでたはずなんです。
So I don't know what he was really feeling, but to me, he seemed depressed.
ひどく落ち込んでる時にめぐみと大喧嘩とかしたらもしかしたらって思っちゃって。
When he was at a real low, I was worried that he'd gotten into a big fight with Megumi.
ずっ
Fukuyama.
と休んでるし何か知ってるかもって電話したけどめぐみは出てくれなかったし。
And now she's been out for so long, I called her to see what was up, but she didn't answer.
事件のことは新聞とか見てもよくわかんないし探偵さんだったら何か知ってるかと思ったけど。
I don't know anything about the case, but I thought maybe this detective could finally tell me about it. So that's why he agreed to speak to Ayumi/Taro. Not because he had anything of import to say, but because he wanted to know what had actually happened.
エースケが人に知られたくないことを僕が言っちゃっていいのかどうかわからなくて。
Anyway, I hope I didn't say anything that Eisuke wouldn't have wanted you to know.
でも僕
But I...
ありがとう滝口くん。すごく参考になったよ。
Thank you, Kohei. What you've told us is really valuable. I guess now think.
佐々木くんの心情は思ってた以上に深刻だったのかもしれない。
Maybe Eisuke's feelings were stronger than anyone knew.
友達だからこそ分かることなんだろう。滝口
Is
くん
that...
が自殺を疑うのもうなずける。
Is that why Kohei asked about suicide? As a close friend, maybe he noticed something others didn't. You know, the fact that he was strangled by, like, a rope rather than by someone's hands would kind of fit that sort of theory. But then, like, where did the rope go and where did he get the paper bag? It's clear that even if he did commit, someone else was still involved in setting up the scene the way it was.
でもやはり
But still,
滝口くん、佐々木くんのことはまだ僕たちもわからないことだらけなんだ。
so there's still a lot we don't know about Eisuke's case.
だけどこの事件は僕たちが必ず解決する。約束するからもう少し待ってもらえるかな。
But I know one thing for sure. We will solve the case. I just ask for your patience.
わかりました。よろしくお願いします。
I understand. Thank you.
じゃあ教室に戻りなさい。お前は本当に立派だよ。
Kohei, you can go back to your classroom now. It's really admirable of you to help us out.
ありがとうございました。
Thank
失礼し
you.
ます。
Bye.
では僕もそろそろ。
I suppose it's time for me to go as well.
じゃあ表までお見送りしましょう。
Very well. I'll see you out. So what was that one other thing you wanted to talk to me about then?
今日はありがとうございました。
Thank you for your time today, Mr. Fukuyama.
いえいえ、少しはお役に立てたでしょうか。
Of course. I hope I've been of some help.
もちろんです。
Yes, indeed.
いい生徒さんですね。
I'm impressed with Kohei. He's a great student. Sigh.
はい、自慢の生徒です。
Sorry, yeah, I'm proud of him.
彼だけではなく、うちには他にも素晴らしい生徒たちがいます。
It's just that he's not the only one. All of my students are great.
そうなんでしょうね。きっと。
I'm sure they are.
あ、そういえば何かご相談があるんじゃ。
Oh, before I go, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
何、大したことじゃありません。忘れてください。
Oh, no, it's no big deal. Forget about it.
そうですか。わかりました。
Are you sure? Okay then.
また何かあれば、立花に連絡しますね。
I'll contact Tachibana if I think of anything else.
はい。ありがとうございます。よろしくお
Okay,
願いします。
Okay, sounds good.
お安いご用ですよ。また何かあれば。あ、立花によろしくお伝えください。
Likewise, if you think of anything else, please let me know. And say hi to Tachibana for me.
はい。伝えておきます。
Yes, I will pass that along. He didn't get up close, let's go. I'm waiting for the jump scare of him to reappear again. Just like last time. ...
現場の様子を知らない滝口君にしてみれば、佐々木君の自殺を疑って当然だろう。
It makes sense that Kohei suspected suicide. He had no idea of what the crime scene was like.
しかし、状況から見て、彼の考えを肯定するのは難しい。
Given the circumstances, there's almost no way it could be suicide. I mean, technically. Technically, it could be suicide and then someone messed with the crime scene. Maybe I'm just too dung and romper-brained, because that is something that's happened before. But
最近の佐々木君の様子を知る何者かが、何らかの理由で彼を殺害するのであれば、
let's say Eisuke was murdered and the killer knew about his recent troubles.
むしろ自殺に見せかけた方が好都合なので。
Wouldn't it have made sense to make it seem like a suicide?
これ見よがしに放置された笑顔の紙袋は一体何を物語るのだろう。
What is the significance of that smiling paper bag? Think, I guess?
福山先輩の相談って何だったんだ。ちょっと気になるな。
I wonder what it was that Mr. Fukuyama wanted to talk about at the end there.
本人はもういいって言ってたけど。それ
And then suddenly wanting to drop it? That makes me extra curious. Plus, overall,
帰り際の福山先輩。それまでの印象と違ってたような気がするな。
I feel like his mood changed right as I was leaving.
学校での調査は終わったし、リラックスするゆかりくん村へ行こう。
I think I'm done here at the school. I should head to Relax Yukariko Village, retirement home now.
誠さんの写真を借りられないか、吉江さんに聞かないと。
I'll have to ask Yoshie if I can borrow a photo of Makoto. You know, I really thought what was going to happen was that, like, Taro asked, like, hey, can I go to the school in your place? And then Ayumi, now having nothing to do, would be like, oh, okay, that's why I'm hearing people shattering. I just noticed the two girls standing behind the fence there. Yeah, I was assuming that he was like, okay, so I'll go to the school. Can you go see Miss Yoshie instead to get the photo? But I guess Taro's doing all of it. What's Ayumi doing today? Or maybe now Ayumi's actually going to go visit Megumi, since she wasn't able to yesterday. I have to ask Yoshie if I can borrow a photo of Makoto. I feel like someone's looking at me. Those two girls are over there talking. I feel like they're looking at me. Can we call over to them? This probably isn't important considering, like, we can just leave, but I want to see what this is about. Hey, it's that guy who was here with the detective the other day. Hey. Hold on. Oh, hey. Hello. I recognize you two. You're the ones who gave me some information before. Thank you. No problem. Anyway, I was glad to hear that Megumi is alright. Yeah, that's great news, and I hear that Basachi is okay too. Oh, since you're here, can I ask you a few questions? Sure. Are you like that other detective's younger brother or something? Huh? Are you a boyfriend? What? You called her your co-worker before. Why are we now calling her a business associate? I mean, no, I'm her business associate. Does that mean you're a detective too? So cool. Oh, thank you. Phew, feels like closure. Thank you. Good luck. Whoa, did we just interrogate that detective? It's supposed to be the other way around. Well, that was something. Younger brother. Do I look younger than Ayumi? That's the second time he's been mistaken as her younger brother. Or not younger brother, just younger than her. Anyway, now we can travel. Did you set... I swear, if he didn't set up an appointment and we're going to have to go through the whole rigmarole again. Ah. Nice. I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. I booked an appointment to see Yoshie. Alright, here we go. Hello. Welcome. I've been waiting for you since I heard you were coming to visit. Well, first I wanted to thank you for speaking with me the other day. And now I'm back. I could just, like, out of the corner of my eye, the receptionist is just, like, staring at us. You can come visit me anytime. Come now, let's talk over there. Okay. What can I do for you today? Actually, I was wondering if I could borrow something from you. Oh, what would that be?
誠さんの写真なんです。
A picture of Makoto.
誠の写真。どうして誠の写真が必要なのかしら。
You want to borrow a picture of Makoto? Why?
先日、誠さんの失踪が今僕が調査している事件に関係してるかもしれないというお話をしました。
Well, I mentioned the other day that his disappearance may be connected to a case I'm investigating now.
あ、そうだったわね。
Oh, yes, that's right.
本当はもっと早くに気づくべきだったと思うのですが、調査を進めていくうちに。
I should have thought about it before when I was here, but as I continued
も
investigating,
しかしたら誠さんの情報も得られるかもしれないって思ったんです。
I realized that I should try to get some more information about him.
ただ僕は誠さんのお名前しか知らない状態でした。そこで
But all I had to go on was his name.
誠さんの写真があればそれを手がかりに探すことができるんじゃないかと考えました。
With a photo, I can do a lot more. Maybe I'll be able to pick up on a new clue to help find him.
でもあなた、
But you...
はい。
Yes?
事件の調査っていうお仕事があるんでしょ。いいの？そんなことしてて。
You're already working on a case. Are you sure you can take this on as well?
この前吉田さんがおっしゃった。
Last time I was here, you said...
僕が誠さんと純子さんを引き合わせられるように思うって言葉に
You thought I might be able to reunite Makoto and Junko.
本当に答えられたらいいな。
And well, I'd really like to do that.
ありがとう。純子たちのために。
Thank you so much, on their behalf.
本当にありがとう。誠のことを探してくれるだなんて。
I just have to say thank you again for keeping the search for Makoto alive.
きっと純子も喜ぶわ。ただ写真となると。
I'm sure Junko would be pleased. Now, as for a picture...
すみません。突然訪問してきて誠さんのお写真をお借りしたいだなんて。
Yeah, I know it's short notice, so if you don't have a picture ready, it's okay.
急に言われても困りますよね。
I'm really sorry about the short notice.
いいえ、いいのよ。でも
No, it's okay, but... But?
写真
A photo.
あったかしら。
Do I have one?
写真
A photo.
何かあったかしらね。
I wonder if something happened. Okay. Junko then?
先日あなたがここに来たことをね、介護士さんが純子に話したの。
Ah, so it wasn't Yoshie that ratted us out. I have to tell you something. The nurse told Junko about your visit here the other day.
No.
Oh,
介護士さんが話したのか。
so the caregiver spilled the beans.
まあでもそうなるよな。僕が介護士さんでもそうするだろうし。
I guess that's reasonable. I'd do the same thing if I were a caregiver.
そうしたら純子すごく驚いて、私に変なこと聞かれなかったって言ってきてね。
She was surprised and she asked me if you had asked anything weird about our family.
でもあなたと楽しくおしゃべりしたことを話したら、
But after I told her about how much fun I had chatting with you,
表情も和らいでニコニコしながら、おばあちゃんよかったねって言ってくれたわ。
she seemed to relax a bit. She smiled and said she was glad I had a nice conversation with you.
久世刑事がニコニコ。全く想像がつかないけど。
I don't think I've seen Detective Kuse's smile. It's not easy to imagine.
すぐ変なこと聞かれなかったかって聞いちゃうのは刑事の差がってやつなのかしらね。
I guess that's just the detective in her. looking out for me and making sure I'm okay.
ごめんなさい。気を悪くしないでね。
Anyway, I hope you don't mind.
いえ、平気です。久世刑事はすごく優秀な刑事さんなんですよ。
No, no, it's fine. I hear the Detective Kuze is very thorough and a fine investigator.
ああ、そうなの？それは嬉しいことね。
Oh, is that so? That's nice to hear. Do we think now?
誠さんの写真。
Oh, she'll let me borrow a picture of Makoto. So do we go back and ask about Makoto again now?
写真。
No. Okay. So do we continue asking about Junko?
純子、仕事をうまくやれているみたいで安心したわ。
I'm relieved to hear Junko is doing well at her job. No. Do we observation now?
そういえば、
There we go. Come to think of it,
純子が高校生の頃に誠を見かけたって大慌てで帰ってきたことがあったわね。
back when Junko was in high school, she came rushing home one day saying that she'd seen Makoto.
神原刑事が言ってた話だな。
I think this is the same story Kamihara told me.
本人かどうかはわからなかったけど、純子は誠だと信じて疑ってなかったみたいなの。
Now, I don't know if it was really him, but Junko was insistent that it was Makoto.
他人の空にってこともあると思うんだけどね。
It's easier to see a resemblance when you're hoping to see a particular person so desperately.
純子さんはその誠さんを見かけたことがきっかけで刑事になられたんですよね。
Junko became a detective because of what happened with Makoto, right?
よく知ってるわね。純子が家族以外にその話をしてるなんて。
How did you know that? I'm surprised she'd share that with someone outside the family.
探偵さん、実はかなり純子に信頼されているんじゃないかしら。
She's placing a lot of trust in you, detective.
あ、いえ、直接ご本人からお聞きしたのではなく、純子さんの同僚の方からお聞きしました。
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it from Junko directly. A co-worker of hers told me that.
あら、そうなの。
Oh, well, that's a different story.
外ではあまり自分のことを喋る子じゃないと思っていたんだけど。
I can't imagine her telling anyone. That's why I was so surprised.
ついお話ししたくなっちゃうような方がいるのかしらね。今度、純子に聞いてみるわ。
Hehe. I wonder who the blabbermouth is. I'll ask Junko about it next time.
ポンコツな後輩がいるとか言われちゃうのかな。
Uh-oh. I have a feeling Kamihara will take some heat for that.
純子といえば、もうすぐ私たちの家が取り壊されるんだけどね。
Oh, speaking of Junko, she's been busy cleaning up because our old house will be demolished soon.
純子も忙しい中、何度も家に足を運んで、いろいろと片付けてくれているのよ。
I can't tell you how many trips she's made to salvage her old stuff and prepare the place.
この間来た時にも、家からいろいろ持ってきて。あ、
When she stopped by here the other day, she brought all kinds of stuff. Ah. Hmm?
そうだわ。探偵さん、いい時に来たわね。
It just occurred to me that you've come at an exceptionally good time, Detective.
え？
What do you mean? That's
一
probably...
体どうし
Oh,
たんで
okay.
すか？いい時に来たって。
What makes it a good time?
あのね。
Well...
ねえ、あなた。
Excuse me, nurse?
よしえさん、どうしました？
How can I help you, Yoshie?
私の部屋からアルバムを取ってきてもらえるかしら。ほら、純子がこの間持ってきた。
Could you do me a favor and bring me the photo album from my room? The one Junko brought the other day?
ああ、あの時にお持ちになった。わかりました。すぐに持ってきますね。
Oh, yes, of course. The one she brought in. I'll get it for you right away.
子供の頃のものだけど、あるわよ。誠の写真。
I have a nice picture of Makoto, from when he was young, of course.
本当ですか？小さい頃のお写真でも全く問題ないです。
Yeah, that's great. A photo of him from back then will be perfectly fine.
よかったわ。アルバムが来るまでもう少し待っててちょうだいね。
I'm glad to hear it. We'll just have to wait a moment for the nurse to bring it here.
はい。
Yes, of course.
家に置いたままになっていたのを純子が持ってきてくれたのよ。
Somehow we left this album back at the old house, but Junko brought it here to me.
置いたままに。
It was left behind?
そうなの。誠がいなくなってからは。
Yes, well, please understand that after Makoto disappeared,
自然と家族で写真を撮ることもなくなっちゃってね。
I guess we sort of gave up on family photos and forgot about the album.
そうでしたか。
Is that so?
先日あなたとお話ししてからたくさん誠のことを思い出すようになったの。
After we spoke the other day, a lot of my memories of Makoto came flooding back.
そんな時に純子からアルバムを受け取ったんだけど、
And then Junko showed up with this photo album.
私ったら開くのが怖かったのか、アルバムは見られずにいたのよ。
I guess I was a little afraid to even open it.
無意識に見るのを避けていたんでしょうね。そしたら
Sorry. To be honest, I didn't even want to look at it, but then
あのナスを持った探偵さんが今度は誠の写真を借りたいって来るじゃない。
well, my eggplant carrying detective friend came back to borrow a picture of Makoto.
僕本当にいい時に来たんだな。
I really did show up at the perfect time.
大切な思い出から目を背けるなんてね。
I can't believe I didn't want to recall such precious memories. Think, maybe? No. Observations.
辛いことを避けるのは簡単だけど、どこかで向き合わないといけない。
I suppose it's easy to avoid hard things for a while, but someday you'll have to face up to them.
きっとそういうことなのねと思ったわ。それと同時に
I tried to tell myself that at first, but then I got cold feet.
今まで私は誠になんて申し訳ないことをしていたんだろうと思ったの。
I was just so sad about what happened to Makoto.
あなたは昔のアルバムを見返したことはある？
Do you ever go back and look through your old family photo albums? I do not. All of the photo albums are at my parents' place.
いえ、あまり見た記憶はないですね。僕のアルバムがあるかどうかもよくわからなくて。
No, I don't remember doing that. I'm not sure if I even have photo albums.
あら、
Oh my.
僕の写真か。
Do I have photos?
でもどこかにしまってあるのかも。今度探してみようと思います。
I might have one tucked away somewhere. I'll be sure to look for it soon.
ぜひそうしてみてちょうだい。
Good for you.
事務所に置いてたりするかな。
Could I have left it at the office?
よしえさん持ってきましたよ。このアルバム
よしえ
でしたよね。
I found the album you wanted. This is the one, right?
ええ、それよ。ありがとうね。
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
また何かあったら呼んでください。私は向こうにいますから。
If you need anything else, just call. I'll be right over. Oh, I'll be over there, rather.
純子も誠もこんなだったのね、この頃は。
Oh, look at young Junko and Makoto. I remember this like it was yesterday.
あ、これはあの時の。
And you know, these photos are from just around the time Makoto...
しえさん、
Hey, Yoshie.
そうそう、この時だったわね。
Oh, yes, I remember this.
僕の声は届いていないみたいだな。
I don't think she's listening to me. ヒヒ。
よしえさんがとても嬉しそうにアルバムを見ている。
She looks so happy while she's browsing the photo album.
いつか誠さん、純子さんと3人で見れる日が来るといいな。
I would love to see her and Makoto and Junko reunited.
そのために僕にもできることはあるはずだ。
I hope I can play a part in making that happen. Hee.
どうかしましたか？
Is something wrong?
ごめんなさいね。そこら中に怪我の跡がある誠の写真を見て思い出したことがあったの。
Oh no, this picture of Makoto showing off his bandages just brought back a memory.
誠はからかわれたり嫌なことをされたりしても笑って済ませるような子で、
He was the kind of boy who always laughed things off, even when he was hurt. Or being teased. Even if he was hurt or being teased or...
素直でちょっと人が良すぎるところがあってね。なのにある日、
He was just so honest and a little too good to be true. But I'll tell you a story.
純子が村のやんちゃ坊主に意地悪されて泣いていたそうなんです。
One day Junko was crying because a naughty boy in the village had been mean to her.
それを見かけた近所の人が注意しようとしたら、誠が純子を泣かすなとすごい剣幕で飛んできて、
When Makoto found out, he chased down the boy and shouted, "Don't make Junko cry!"
やんちゃ坊主がごめんなさいって逃げていったんですって。
The boy apologized and ran off.
その時勢い余って転んだ誠がそのまま田んぼに落っこちたのよ。
Makoto turned to run back home, but immediately tripped and fell face first into some rice paddies.
もう泥だらけのすり傷だらけで、まだ絆創膏が取れないうちに撮った写真を見つけたものだから。
Oh, he was covered in mud and all scratched up. We took a picture of him with all the bandages on.
ごめんなさい。
Here, take a look.
ありがとうございます。拝見します。
Thanks. Let's see. I guess... Oh, this is the one they're talking about. Watermelon picture.
兄弟で仲良くスイカを食べている。
Look at this one of them eating watermelon.
その誠をよく見てやってちょうだい。
Oh yes, look at Makoto there.
は、怪我だらけだ。
Oh, he's all scratched up and bruised.
さっき話した誠がそれよ。
Right? Haha, that's what I was telling you about.
本当に傷だらけだな。でも楽しそうに笑ってる。
He's in tough shape, but he's smiling and he looks happy. 'Cute.
このおんぶされている女の子は。
Whoa, a piggyback ride?
小さい頃の純子よ。安心しきった寝顔が可愛いでしょ。
That's little Junko. Isn't she adorable? That cute little face. And conveniently, she never changed her hairstyle as she grew up. So you can still tell that it's her.
あ、運動会の写真だ。競技をリレーですね。
Is this photo from a field day or something? It looks like some kind of relay race.
誠って足は速いんだけど、人を追い越すことが苦手みたいなのよ。
Yes, Makoto was fast, but he wasn't good at passing people.
そうなんですね。
Haha, I see.
誠さんの性格が現れているんだろうな。
I guess that's somewhat revealing of his personality.
これは中学校の入学式ですね。
Looks like this one was taken on his first day of middle school. Is that right?
そうなの。学生服がよく似合ってるでしょ。
Hee hee. Yes, it was. Doesn't he look cute in his school uniform?
はい、そうですね。
Heh, yeah, he does.
誠が純子をおんぶしている写真が私の一番のお気に入りなの。
The picture of Makoto giving Junko a piggyback ride is my favorite.
でもその下の怪我だらけの誠の写真もどっちもいい写真よね。
But the one below that where he's all scratched up, that one's good too. Hee hee. Think?
よしえさんのお気に入りの写真。
Oh, okay. Take another look at the ones that she likes.
確かに、どっちもいい写真ですね。
These are definitely both good pictures.
でしょ。
Right? Hee hee. Hmm.
純子さん、どっちの写真でも同じ髪留めをつけていらっしゃいますね。
I noticed Junko is wearing the same hair clip in both of them.
純子さんのお気に入りなんですか？
Did she like this one?
その髪留めはね、純子が母親からもらったものなの。
Ah. Junko got that hair clip from her mother.
あ、
Ah.
母親からの最後の贈り物みたいね。宝物だと言っていつも身につけてたの。
It was the last gift she ever received from her mother. Junko treasured it and wore it all the time.
そうだったんですか。今も大切に持っていらっしゃるんでしょうね。
I see. I imagine she still treasures it.
それがね、どうやらなくしちゃったみたいなの。
Well, I'm sad to say that she lost it. Oh.
いつも身につけていた純子の宝物だったんだけど。
She always wore it. It was Junko's treasure.
純子の9つの誕生日、誠がいなくなってしまったあの日に
On Junko's 9th birthday, the day Makoto disappeared,
大切な髪留めまでなくしてしまったようなの。
that was also when she lost her precious hair clip. Oh.
あの夜、泣きながら帰ってきた純子は髪留めをつけていなくてね。
Yes, she came home crying that night, and she didn't have the hair clip.
あの日以来、あの髪留めを見ることもなくなって、
We never did find it.
純子は最愛の兄と母親の思い出を同時に失ってしまったんですよ。
So poor Junko lost both her beloved brother and a precious memento from her mother at once. Detective Kuze. Okay, so I guess we keep asking about Junko.
純子さん、悲しい出来事が立て続けに。
I feel terrible for Junko. So much tragedy in her life.
でも純子はね、努めて明るく振る舞おうとしたの。
Yes, but she's always had a positive outlook.
私たちに心配をかけまいと。一番辛いのはあの子なのに。
She never wanted to cause trouble for anyone, even when she was suffering deeply.
そんな純子を見て、私と主人は普通に生活するよう心がけたんです。
My husband and I tried our best to carry on normally for her sake.
そうだったんですね。
Yeah.
家族で支え合ってきたんだな。
It seems like they provided a supportive family. Think?
小さな行き違いから最愛の兄と離れ離れになってしまった久世刑事は
So a tragic misunderstanding caused Junko to quarrel with her beloved brother.
同じ日に 幼い頃に亡くした母親からもらった大切な髪留めまで失ってしまった。
On the same day, she lost her precious hair clip given to her by her deceased mother.
それにもかかわらず家族を思ってこれまで気丈に振る舞ってきた久世刑事。
Yet she bravely soldiered on, for her brother's sake and for the sake of her family.
誠さんを必ず見つけ出そう。久世刑事、そして吉江さんのために。
I'm more determined than ever to find Makoto for Yoshie and for Junko.
誠さんを必ず見つける。
We must find Makoto, okay.
純子は私たちに心配をかけまいと明るく振る舞おうとしたの。
Junko was always putting on a brave face for
小
us.
さい頃から。そして今も。
She still does it to this day, I think.
いつも身につけていた純子の宝物だったんだけど。
Okay, we already read that line. Observations?
そういえばあなた、持っていく誠の写真は決めたのかしら？
Have you decided which picture of Makoto to borrow?
まだでしたね。
Oh, not yet, sorry.
どの写真をお借りしようかな。
Which one should I take?
この中から決めるのが良さそうね。
I think these are the best to pick from. Think?
誠さん。
Don't tell me I have to choose. I feel like this one most clearly shows his face, I guess. Oh, but I don't want to take one of the ones that's her favorite. In that case, this one... Maybe? I don't know.
これは
Oh, this one.
そうね。これが一番誠らしい写真ね。
Yes, I'd say this is the photo where Makoto looked most like himself.
この写真を持っていくといいわ。
You should take this one with you. Okay, I made the right choice. Let's go. Maybe she'd say the same about any of them.
じゃあ少しの間お借りしますね。
Thank you very much. I'll just borrow it for a little while.
本当にありがとうね。誠を探してくれようだなんて。
Of course. Thank you for keeping the search for Makoto going.
よろしくお願いします。ナスの探偵さん。
Take care, Eggplant Detective.
はい、頑張ります。
I'll do my best. Now I can, like, look at these things. But... Now what?
その写真の誠、とてもニコニコしていていいわよね。
I love that picture of Makoto so much. He has such a big, silly grin.
はい、桜も満開でいい写真ですね。
Yes, it's a wonderful picture. And look at the cherry blossoms in full bloom.
そうね。
Oh, yes.
成長した誠の姿、つい想像しちゃうわね。
Sigh. I can just imagine what Makoto would look like as a grown-up.
純子がアルバムを持ってきたとき、
When Junko brought this album here for me... Hmm?
お兄ちゃんとの思い出なんだから、純子が持ってったらって言ったんですけどね。
I asked her if she'd rather keep it with her. After all, it's mostly filled with memories of her and Makoto.
見たくなったら来るからいいって断ったんですよ。
But she just said she'd come visit here if she ever wanted to look at it.
久世刑事はよくこちらへ。
Does Junko come to visit often?
ええ、時間があれば必ず立ち寄るようにしてくれるんですよ。刑事の仕事は大変だろうし、無理しないでほしいんだけど。
Oh yeah, she loves to stop by when she has time. But she is busy at work. I hope she gets enough rest.
あの子、 今日の午前中も顔を出してくれてね。
She was actually here this morning, you know.
ニアミスだったんだ。
Phew, a near miss.
バイクですぐだからって女の子がね。
She says it's easy to visit because it's only a short motorcycle ride for her. I was barking up the wrong tree. Alternatively, this could be another red herring, but maybe the reason Makoto didn't mention it was because it had cast suspicion on... Not Makoto. The reason Detective Kuze didn't mention it was because it had cast suspicion onto her, not because she suspected Kamihara. Now, granted, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's the culprit, but it does potentially mean that she's hiding it because she doesn't want people to think she's involved. She comes by motorcycle.
大きなオートバイ。初めて見たときは驚いたわよ。純子、あなたこれに乗ってきたのって。
Oh, Junko rides a big fancy motorcycle. I was shocked the first time I saw it. I couldn't believe she rides it.
純子さんは今日もバイクでここに。
Did she ride a motorcycle here today?
ええ、ここへ来るときはいつもバイクね。
Yes, every time she comes to visit, it's by motorcycle.
転んで怪我でもしないかと心配してるんだけど。
Of course, I'm always worried about her riding it. Think?
久世刑事はバイクに乗っているんだ。2階でないか。
So Detective Kuze rides a motorcycle. Is that surprising? Maybe, maybe not.
よし、誠さんの写真も借りられたし、そろそろ引き上げよう。
Anyway, now that I have the picture of Makoto, I should probably leave. But first, I will do all of these first, again, just to make sure there's nothing left.
成長した誠。
Okay, that's the same.
バイクですぐだからって女の子がね。
She says it's just a short motorcycle ride for her to come visit me.
純子が乗っているのは大きなオートバイなのよ。
Junko rides a big motorcycle.
よかったわ。ちょうどいい写真があって。
You found just the right picture. I'm so glad. Okay, time to leave.
今日も貴重なお話をありがとうございました。誠さんの写真ちょっとお借りします。
Thank you again for all your help. It's really valuable. And thank you for lending me the picture of Makoto.
あなた、本当にありがとうね。誠を探してくれようだなんて。
You're welcome. And thank you for helping me try to find Makoto.
純子が聞いたらきっと喜ぶわ。あなたに会ったらお礼を言うように言いたいけど。
I'm sure Junko will be happy to hear about your efforts. I'd tell her to say thank you, but
ダメ、絶対。
no, don't do it.
純子さんには内緒で。
You don't have to tell Junko.
そうよね。大丈夫よ。黙っておくからね。
Heh, I know. It's okay. I'll keep quiet.
ありがとうございます。それでは失礼します。
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
またいつでもいらしてちょうだいね。
Come back anytime.
久世刑事がバイクに。
So Kuze rides a motorcycle.
今時女性のライダーが珍しいってわけじゃないけど。
Not that that's uncommon nowadays, right? If it was just that she rides a motorcycle, it'd be like, okay, well, that's just a coincidence. But the fact that she rides a motorcycle and she didn't tell her partner that a motorcycle was spotted near the scene, now it makes her suspicious.
誠さんの写真をしまなきゃ。
Oh, I've got to remember to put away that picture of Makoto. What do you mean put away? I think, I guess. This picture is precious to Yuhei and important to my case. I mustn't bend it. It might be a good idea to tuck it into my notebook right away. Oh, okay. Let's see, I should have an open page around here somewhere. This is another interesting thing where they're using like aspects of the UI essentially to progress the story. Like last time it was like, hey, the save option is under like quit investigation, and you have to select it to try and convince the dude that you'll leave him alone. Here, the notebook is... Oh, is this why they moved the notebook to this menu instead of the pause menu? It's clever. Should have an open page around here somewhere. Let's put it with the sketch of Minoru Tsuzuki. I'm glad I got the photo, but I'm not sure how much a picture of Makoto's childhood will inform the case. Perhaps it's a good time to check with... My first thought is Mr. Utsugi, see how his investigation is going. Okay, I got it right. Perhaps it's a good time to check with Mr. Utsugi. Never mind. No, that's not it. They really gave him the actual like voice dialogue just to tell me I'm wrong. Rude. Ah, I've got it. Okay. So that's why we put him with the sketch of the other dude. It's to clue you in that, oh, we should speak to Komodo. I feel like this game is constantly giving me like leaps of logic where I'm like, how was I supposed to figure out that like that's what they were asking? I hope there's no like bad ending or whatever that I get because I'm like not immediately cluing in on what the game's asking me about. I should go see Inspector Kamada and ask him if he can provide a sketch of Makoto for comparison. Let's get to the police station right away. I'd also like to see how Kamada's doing. Alright, off we go. Welcome back. So how's your side of the investigation going? Well, it's really just getting started. Seems like he's back to his usual self today. You didn't look so hot the last time I saw you. Oh, you noticed? Heh, I suppose that's just you being a good detective. More like you were constantly like wincing in pain during the conversation. I think anyone would notice that. It was incredibly obvious. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I slipped a disc. Slipped a disc? You having back issues? That's right. Ow.
数日前の昼休みに手から滑り落ちたわしの財布が
To tell you the truth, I dropped my wallet in my car the other day on my lunch break.
狭い隙間に入り込んでしまったんじゃよ。
I fell right into that gap by the seat, you know?
3500円も入っとったからわしは無理な体勢で拾おうとした。その時
They really went and did this whole big thing about how, like, oh, he's in pain, I wonder what's wrong. Turns out he just fucking hurt his back in the fucking car park. Turns out to be absolutely nothing. Well, I guess that's just how mystery stories are. There's gonna be red herrings all over the place. Had to get out of the car and try to wedge my arm down there. I couldn't lose that 3,500 yen. And a slipped disc ensued? Mm-hmm. So that's why you weren't around during all that fuss about Megumi.
そういうことじゃ。それどころではなかったもんでの。
That's right, I was in no shape for that. It makes sense.
おかげさんで今日ようやく復活できたのじゃよ。
Ah, but now that I'm all rested up, I'm feeling much better.
心配したんですよ。僕はまたてっきり。
Phew, I'm glad to hear it. I know back pain can be tricky.
てっきりなんじゃ？鬼警部鎌田は不死身じゃ。
Back pain tricky? For the Iron Inspector Kamada? Not a chance. Iron Inspector. But you threw out your back reaching for your wallet in a drive-thru.
警察署の方々に聞いても誰も鎌田警部に何があったか教えてくれないし。
I asked around at the station, but I asked around, but no one at the station would give me a straight answer about what happened to you.
もちろん周囲には口止めしといたからの。言いふらされては鬼警部の保険に関わる。
Good. I asked them to keep quiet about it. I can't let the Iron Inspector's reputation take a hit. Ah.
唯一久世君には口止めしとらん。無駄じゃから。
Of course, I didn't bother asking Kusei to keep quiet. That would have been pointless. Yeah, I can't see her. Yeah, I can't see her playing along with this Iron Inspector scenario. Well, I appreciate the concern. I'm sorry to have worried you. Just be careful with that wallet.
もう心配ない。紐付きの財布に変えたからの3480円じゃった。
Oh god. Not to worry, I've already replaced it with one that's chained to my belt. It cost 3,480 yen. It's like... Hold on, how much yen? Okay, so that's... If we take the easier... Like, if we don't worry about, like, currency conversion and just think of it like, okay, this is how many cents or whatever. That's like fucking $34? Wallets are fucking expensive.
で、今日は何の用じゃ？もう教えられることがないのじゃが。
So, what can I do for you today? I'm afraid I don't have any new info on the case. Sketch?
描いてもらいたい似顔絵があるんです。お願いできそうでしょうか?
I was wondering if I could have a police sketch commissioned. Is that something you can do?
似顔絵?
A sketch, eh? Of what?
今回の事件とは関係ないお願いになるんですけど。
It's not directly related to this case.
君もいろんな仕事を抱えとるんじゃな。
Oh, taking on even more work, are you?
構わんよ。 宇津木さんには何かと世話になっとるし、それくらいは協力せんとな。
Well, I don't mind helping. Mr. Utsugi has always treated me well, and I'm happy to oblige. So I'm happy to oblige.
で、誰の似顔絵が必要なんじゃ？
Very well. Who's the subject of the sketch? Well, let's show him Makoto's picture.
おや、これは？
Oh, is that?
18年くらい前の写真なんですが、この人の現在の似顔絵が必要なんです。
This picture is almost 18 years old. What I need is a sketch of what he might look like now.
わかった。引き受けよう。こっちじゃ。
Very well. I'll take care of it. Come this way.
ありがとうございます、鎌田警部。
Thank you, Inspector Kamada.
彼女に描いてもらってくれ。鈴木みのるの似顔絵も彼女が描いたんじゃ。
Alright, this artist can help you out. She also drew the sketch of Minoru Tsuzuki.
はじめまして、宇津木探偵事務所の者です。
Nice to meet you. I'm Taro Ninten of the Itsugi Detective Agency.
こんにちは。
Hello.
じゃあ頼んだぞ。
Great, more nameless characters. I mentioned the thing about. Oh, sorry, I bumped the cable. I've mentioned the thing about the police officer from the previous game coming back and like her still not having a name. But there are a fair amount of recurring characters who just don't get names, even though they show up multiple times throughout the game that they're in. It's just the policewoman has the distinction of showing up like through multiple games. Like the two like gossiping students, they don't get names. One of the teachers from the previous game, he didn't have a name even though he showed up all over the place. There's a lot of characters that like they of varying levels of importance who like show up multiple times but just never get a name, and that's interesting to me. Great, you two can take it from here.
承知いたしました。
Yes, sir.
君、わしはそろそろ行かねばならんのでな。頑張ってくれよ。
I've got to go now. How Ninten, good luck.
はい、ありがとうございました。
Yes, thank you.
さあ、誰の似顔絵を描けばいいのかしら、探偵くん。
Who's the subject of the sketch, boy detective?
探偵くん？
The boy detective? Oh, here you go.
この少年の18年後、現在の姿を描いてもらえませんか？
Could you make a sketch of what this boy would look like after 18 years?
あら、
Oh,
わかったわ。ちょっと待っててね。
yes, just a moment.
はい、どうぞ。これでいいわよね。
Damn, that was fast. Man, if I could draw that fast, I'd be drawing way more often because I could get stuff done. Meanwhile, it takes me like that sketch that'd take me like probably 2 days at least. At least, probably more. Here you go. That'll do, right? What? How?
久世刑事のお兄さんよね。写真の男の。
Oh, that explains it. That's Detective Kusei's brother, right? The boy in the picture?
はい、そうですけど。
Yes, it is, but
久世刑事にも頼まれたのよ。お兄さんの今の姿を似顔絵に描いてほしいって。
Detective Kusei also asked me to draw a sketch of what her brother would look like now.
で、渡したのはその時のコピーよ。それでいいんでしょ？
So I'm just giving you a copy of it. That works for you, right?
はい、ありがとうございます。
Ah, yes, thank you.
意外だった？
Is it surprising? Think?
久世刑事も僕と同じことを考えたか。そりゃそうだよな。
So Detective Kusei had the same idea that I did. That makes sense.
久 かも。
But I bet she wouldn't be thrilled to know that I'm doing this. She might call me in again.
大丈夫。久世さんには黙っててあげる。
Don't worry, I won't tell Detective Kuze about this.
お、
Oh,
誠さん、見つかるといいわね。
I hope you find Makoto.
お、
Yes.
もしかしてご存知なんですか、誠さんが。
So, do you know the story about Makoto?
まあ、同じ職場だからね。
Well, yes, Detective Kuze and I have been working together for a while.
それに、この前似顔絵を頼まれた時、久世さんがある程度事情を説明してくれたし。
And she explained a few more details when she asked me to draw the sketch for her.
だからすぐに誠さんの似顔絵を。
That must have made it easier to draw the sketch, huh?
そういうこと。
That's right.
頑張ってよ、探偵くん。
Good luck, boy detective. Okay, let's see. What else do we have?
気持ちを思うと辛いわね。
I can't imagine how awful it must have felt for Detective Kuze to lose her brother. Observations?
久世さんの性格を知ってるつもりだから、私気づいちゃったのね。
I know Detective Kuze pretty well, and I've developed a little theory about something.
ああ、探偵くんは久世さんに内緒で誠さん探しを手伝おうとしてるんだなって。
You don't want her to know that you're helping track down Makoto, do you?
鋭い。
Very sharp, this one.
鋭いでしょ、私。
I'm pretty sharp, right? Yeah.
久世さん真面目だから、誠さんの似顔絵を頼むとき、ずいぶん恐縮されちゃって。
Detective Kuze is too serious. When she asked me to sketch Makoto, she was so apologetic.
プライベートなことだから抵抗があったんでしょうね。刑事なんだから捜査上の秘密って言えば済むのにさ。
I think she was worried that it wasn't technically related to a case, but she's a detective, you know?
できないのよね、久世さんって。でもそれを押してまで頼んできたってことは。
She could have just said, "It's a secret, do it!" But she wouldn't have done that. The fact that she asked,
私の腕が必要だって思ってくれたってことよ。
I think it shows that she was desperate for help.
責任感が強い方なんですね。
Yes, Detective Kuze seems like she always plays it by the book.
そう。でもそれ以上に人を巻き込みたくないって気持ちが強い人ね。
True, but more than that, I think she likes to keep her private matters private.
関わってほしくないじゃなくて巻き込みたくない。わかるわね。
I think she can appreciate help, but she doesn't want others to get caught up in her mess, you know?
はい。
Yeah.
不器用って言っちゃ失礼よね。
I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say she's shy. Oh, is that it? Okay.
久世さんの気持ちを思うと
Okay, that's the same.
鋭いでしょ。
Okay. Think? Hmm.
久世刑事の人となりがいろいろ知れた一日だったな。
I feel like I've gotten to know what Detective Kuze is really like.
探偵くん、
Hey, boy detective.
ねえ探偵くん。
Hello? Boy detective?
お、すいません。ちょっと考え事をしちゃってました。
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking.
疲れてるんじゃないの？
You seem a bit tired. You okay?
調査に熱心なのもいいけど、休息もちゃんととってね。もう日も沈んじゃったわよ。
Because it's great to be a hard worker, but everyone needs rest. You should go get some.
お、本当ですね。
You know, you're right.
なぜだか今日は妙に疲れたな。そろそろおいとましよう。
I am feeling strangely exhausted. It's definitely time for me to leave. Alright, off we go then.
似顔絵どうもありがとうございました。大変助かりました。
Thank you so much for helping me with this. It's much appreciated.
誠さんを見つけてあげてね。頼んだわよ、探偵くん。
Of course. Now you just need to find Makoto. We're counting on you, boy detective.
はい。それでは失礼します。
Yes, ma'am. Now, if you'll excuse me. Off we go!
あ、そうだ。似顔絵ももらえたし、誠さんの写真は使わないでおこう。
Now that I have this sketch, I don't need to use the picture of Makoto.
大切なものを汚しちゃ大変だ。
After all, I don't want to mess it up. It's precious to Yoshie and Detective Kuze.
しかし、すっかり暗くなっちゃったな。そろそろ事務所に戻ろう。
Anyway, it's getting dark. I should head back to the office. I feel like the fact that he called it out means that something bad's going to happen to the picture.
電話だ。
Oh? Am I getting a phone call?
はい。
Hello, Ninten here. Moshi mosh.
もしもし、上原です。
Hello, this is Kamihara.
探偵くん、今から幸福駅前に来れる？
Can you come to Kofuku Station right now, boy detective?
あ、はい。
Huh? Oh, sure.
俺、今からとあるお店に入るんだけど、探偵くんにも来てほしいんだ。
Great, I'm headed to a certain place and I want you to come with me.
わかりました。どちらのお店ですか？
Got it. Wait, like a store or a restaurant or...
探偵くんなら来ればわかるよ。
You'll find out when you get here, boy detective.
え？わかりま
What?
した。すぐ行きます。
Okay, I'll be right there.
待ってるよ。
I'll be waiting.
一体なんだろう。
What is this all about? Indeed. Eh? Chapter 9? We didn't even get back to the office. How's that an end of chapter? Okay. We're starting chapter 9 today then. A lot of drunk folks out and about by the looks of it.
刑事がいるお店は
Now where could Detective Kamihara be?
幸福駅前って結構お店あるんだよな。
There's a lot going on here.
上原刑事、探偵くんなら来ればわかるって言っていたけど。
He said I'd be able to figure it out.
昼間とは全然雰囲気が違うな。通行人のタイプも違うみたいだ。
The atmosphere here is so different than the daytime. The type of people around is different too.
上原刑事は見当たらないな。
But I don't see Detective Kamihara.
上原刑事、探偵くんなら来ればわかるよって言っていたけど。
Detective Kamihara said I'd be able to figure it out when I got here. Okay. Sashimomi Diner.
刺身。ここに何か暗号が？
Hang on. Is this a code? You could spell it in hiragana like...
探す真実森見つける。
like sagasu, search, then shinjitsu, truth, mori, forest, and for me, mitsukeru, find.
真実を探したら森の中で見つけられるということか。
So if I'm searching for the truth, I'll find it in the woods? Gasp.
一体どういうことだ？
What the hell does that mean?
ライスカレーヘブン。
Lucky dice card.
するな。ここ
Lucky dice curry. I can smell it from here. Delicious.
匂いを嗅いでるだけで
Feel lucky
手に残りそう
I feel lucky to be even smelling something so amazing.
ということはここに神原刑事が神だけに
Wait, lucky dice? That's exactly the kind of place Kamihara would go. Heh. So it's probably lucky dice then.
よし
Alright.
いらっしゃいませ。まずは食券の購入お願いします。
Welcome, please purchase your ticket.
やっぱりカツカレーかなあナスカレーもある
We'll go with katsu curry. Oh, there's also eggplant curry. I guess I was wrong.
ごちそうさまでした
Thanks for the food.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
いやー美味しかったな
Phew, that was
神原刑事
delicious.
はいなかったけど
Now I've got a full belly, but still no idea where to find Detective Kamihara. Whoops. Alright.
注意書きには従おう
Bicycles prohibited. Okay.
焼き鳥ひよこちゃんきっとここだ
Yakitori baby. He must be here.
僕の長年の探偵の勘が告げるのだった
Or so my well-trained detective instincts tell me. No.
飲んでくれやか
Drinkofuku Station, huh?
神原刑事ここで飲んでくれてるやてか
That's a dive bar if I ever saw one. Maybe Detective Kamihara is drinking here? Alright, let's check the other side, I guess.
昼間とは全然
Atmosphere is totally different from daytime. Shoko bar?
スナックエミ
How do you read that kanji? Emiko? Is that... No. Huh.
あ証拠っていうのか
Oh, I guess you read it Shoko. Shoko bar. I was thinking of another way to read smile.
エミオと笑いつながりってまさかここだったりして
Oh, what if it reads smile because Emio the smiling man is a regular here? Ha, there's no way. And there's ramen shop.
本格ラーメン修行の滝かんまさか神原刑事ここで修行を
Waterfall training authentic ramen. I wonder if Detective Kamihara is training here. I wonder if that's a reference to the Ace Attorney series. Because you might be like, oh, you're reaching. You just like Ace Attorney and you want to make comparisons. In the Japanese version of Ace Attorney, Maya's favorite food is not burgers, it's ramen. And you know what happens in the third game? She goes to, like, she mentions she wants to train under a waterfall or whatever. Actually, no, she mentions that in the first game, but she does the training in the third game. Waterfall training. That's Ace Attorney. But for the English version, they should change it to burgers. Waterfall training authentic burgers. I wonder if Detective Kamihara is training here. Well, I've got no fucking clue.
注意書きには従おう
Bicycles prohibited.
神原刑事
Let's... So we went to the dice curry. Shoko bar, I guess? Because... Emio... Shoko bar.
なんてね。
Oh, there he is.
こんばんは
Good evening.
いらっしゃい。おや、見ない顔だね。
You're new here. Welcome, you're new here, aren't you? Haven't seen you before.
ずいぶん遅かったね。ん？カレーの匂いが。
He actually mentions it. Wow, that took you a while, didn't it? Hey, do I smell curry?
あれれなんででしょうね。
Huh? What? No, I don't think so.
ところで上原刑事はここで何を？
What are you doing here, Detective Kamihara?
今日の俺はオフなので、上原さんって呼んで。
Psst, I'm off duty today, so you can call me Mr. Kamihara.
あ、はい。
Okay.
で上原家さん、僕ならわかるって無茶ぶりすぎませんか？
So, Detective, Mr. Kamihara, why didn't you just tell me where you were instead of making me search?
ごめん、悪かったって。
Haha, sorry about that. I thought it would be fun.
あ、証拠ママ、この子、俺の連れ。
Oh, Mama Shoko, hi, he's with me.
この坊やが神ちゃんの連れにしては若い子じゃないか。
This little one? He's awfully young to be one of your guests.
まあ、座りなって。
Well, come on, sit down.
はい。
Okay.
証拠ママ、彼にも俺と同じものを。
Mama Shoko, get him the same thing as me.
え?
What? What? We're not old enough to drink. There's probably gonna be some joke about like, oh, it's not actually alcohol, but like, just making it clear, the legal drinking age in Japan is 20. We are not old enough to drink. I had to Google to make sure. Here you go. Yeah. What is this? This is alcohol, right?
すみません。僕未成年で。
I'm sorry, but I'm underage.
わかるさ、坊やが未成年だってことくらい。
I know, little one. What?
大丈夫、それはお酒じゃない。麦茶オンザロックさ。
It's not alcohol, it's barley tea on the rocks. Yeah, it just sort of looks like alcohol.
麦茶オンザ
On the rocks.
ただの麦茶ってことだよ。
Just means iced tea, basically.
なんだ麦茶か。
What? Really?
お酒が欲しかったのかい？
Oh, did you want something with some booze in it?
いえ、違います。
No, ma'am, no.
あれ同じものってことは、もしかして上原刑事なの？
Wait, Detective Kamihara told her to bring the same thing. Told her to bring me the same thing as him. Does that mean?
まあ、何はともあれ、乾杯だ。
Haha. Well, cheers. Take the lead? What? Take the lead, I guess.
皆様、お忙しい中お集まりいただきありがとうございます。
What? Huh? What? Huh? So this is about to be a really embarrassing, cringy scene, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us.
よ、待ってました。
Yes, this is what I've been waiting for.
いいね、坊や、ノリノリじゃないか。
I like a little one. You got great energy.
僭越ながら乾杯の温度を取らせていただきますので、ご唱和をお願いします。
I thought they were just gonna be like, okay, well, cheers, we'll clink the glasses together and then drink. I didn't think they were gonna do a fucking toast. Does kanpai mean both, like, cheers and raising a toast to something? Lost in translation. If you would, I'd like you to all join me in a toast. Cheers. Cheers to today. Cheers. Hahaha, you two are too much alike. What kind of toast was that? What can I say?
ところで何かあったんですか？急に来てほしいって言われてびっくりしましたよ。
So what's up? I was surprised you asked me to come here.
実はね、紹介したい人がいるんだ。
There's someone I want to introduce you to.
紹介?
Oh yeah?
そう、こちらの翔子ママ。スナック翔子のマスター兼ママさんだよ。
Yeah, this is Shoko Mama. She's the owner of this place.
翔子ママはね、この町のことなら何でも知ってて、幸福市の主って言われてるんだ。
She knows everything about this town. Some folks call her the Grand Dame of Kofuku City.
この町のことなら何でも。
Everything? That's quite a claim.
ちょっとカミちゃん、あんたこの子に何を吹き込んでるんだ。
What are you telling this kid, Kami?
人は年寄りみたいに。
Because the way you're describing me makes me sound old.
すみません。
Haha, sorry.
もしかしたらいろいろ聞けるかもしれないな。
If she knows so much, maybe I can ask her some questions.
俺、坊やとは前からゆっくり話がしたいと思ってたんだよね。
I've been wanting to have a talk with you for a while now, little one.
なんで坊や呼び?
Why is he calling me little one?
翔子ママは幸福市の主だよ。
Mama Shoko is the Grand Dame of Kofuku City.
あ、坊やも今の聞こえちゃった？
Oh my, did you hear that, little one? Hear what?
あれ、聞こえなかった？俺の腹の虫の音。
What? Didn't you hear that? That was the sound of my tummy rumbling.
カミちゃん、今思いっきり自分の口で言ってたじゃないさ。
Kami, stop. You just made that sound with your own mouth. Hehe.
ちょっと小腹も空いちゃったな。ねえ、坊や。
We're hungry, aren't we, little one? Actually, I already had dinner. I had some curry. He's teasing me for some reason. Alright, let's speak to Mama Shoko then.
ゆっくりしていきな。
Take your time. Okay, never mind.
ちょっと小腹も空いちゃったな。ねえ。
We're hungry, aren't we, little one? No.
あ、もしかしてその主から話を聞きたくなっちゃった？
Perhaps you'd like to hear from the Grand Dame?
そんな、俺の方が坊やとお話ししたいのに。
But I really wanted to chat with you, little one.
いつも探偵くん呼びなの。
Little one? I already miss being boy detective.
でもさ、その前に何か注文しない？
But hey, let's order something first.
何がいいかな。翔子ママのお店はつまみ系が最高なんだよね。
What should we order? Mama Shoko has the tastiest snacks. Oh, so I guess we're supposed to look at the... Never mind.
ちょっと小腹も空いちゃう。じゃあママさんに注文しましょうか。
Let's tell Mama Shoko our order.
あーちょっと待って。
Now, wait a minute. Huh?
相手は幸福士の主だから声をかけるときは機嫌を損ねないよう礼儀をわきまえようね。
We're talking about the Grand Dame of Kofuku City here. Be courteous, show some respect, got me?
はい。
Okay. Oh, so now we call Mama Shoko then, I guess.
すみませんママさん、大変恐縮なのですが。
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am, but...
なんだいかしこまって。神ちゃんの言うこと真に受けちゃってるじゃないさ。
Stop being so formal. You're taking Kami too seriously.
私のことは普通に呼んでくれりゃいいんだよ。
Relax and talk to me like anyone else.
え
Huh?
何かつまむものが欲しいんだろ。ちょっと待ってな。今用意してくるから。
You want something to nibble on? Give me just a minute.
神ちゃんも坊やと話したいみたいだしね。
I think Kami wants to talk to you alone, little one.
あ、はい。
Oh, okay.
わあ、さすが証拠ママ。
Wow, thanks, Mama Shoko.
上原刑事と話して待ってよ。
I'll wait and talk to Detective Kamihara.
さて、じゃあ俺とおしゃべりしよう。
Okay then, let's chat. Great. I'll be honest. I kind of don't like that both sides of the story, I guess, both the school side and the detective side, have a character that I don't really like because they're just a bit too goofy for the tone of the story. Like, I don't really like Mr. Teacher Man, and Kami, he has his moments, but a lot of the time it's just sort of like, man, can you take things a little more seriously? This is a murder investigation, please. Like, I guess it just doesn't really fit with the tone that I've come to expect from the previous two Famicom Detective Club games. Like, they have comedic moments here and there, but for the most part, they take themselves relatively seriously. So having, like, this main detective man just be like, haha, goofing off, and then, like, the fucking teacher trying to use this investigation to get close to Ayumi. Like, bruh.
上原さんはこのお店の常連なんですか?
You're regular here, Mr. Kamihara.
そうそう。あれは確か1年くらい前だったかな。
Yep, first started coming in about a year ago, I think.
なんとなくふらりとこのお店に入ったら証拠ママとすごく馬が合っちゃってさ。
I wandered in and hit it off with Shoko Mama. Mama Shoko.
よく来るんだ。
I've been coming here ever since.
行きつけのお店があるのはなんだかいいですね。
It's nice to have a favorite place to go.
でしょう。大人って感じだよね。
Right? I guess you'd say it feels all grown up.
そりゃそうかも。
Maybe so.
証拠ママとはなんだか馬があってね。よく来るんだ。
I get along pretty well with Mama Shoko. I come here a lot. Okay.
証拠ママ、落ち着いてて貫禄あるでしょ。
Isn't Mama Shoko so calm and dignified?
まだ30代半ばだけど、もう10年以上このお店を一人で切り盛りしてるらしいよ。
She's only 30-something, but she's been running this place by herself for over a decade.
10年以上もですか?
More than 10 years? Wow.
ねえ、すごいよね。
Yeah, it's wild, right?
10年以上も一人で切り盛りするのすごいよな。
It's amazing that she's run a business like this by herself for over 10 years. Okay, observations then, I guess? Why is he looking at me so seriously?
あのさ。
So,
はい。
yes?
やっぱりカレー食べたでしょ。
I knew you had curry.
なん なんでわかったんですか?
Okay, but how?
俺鼻はいいんだよね。
I have a good nose.
しかもライスカレーヘブンで食べてきたと見た。
So, did you enjoy your visit to Lucky Dice Curry?
そこまでわかっちゃうんですか?
You even know where I went?
ヘブンって店名だけで俺がいるとか考えたんじゃないかなって思ってさ。
Because I knew you'd go there looking for me. It has dice in the name.
神だし。
And I am lucky after all. Oh, is that what the... Hold on. Okay, no. Because I heard him say Kami. And I'm like, does the Kami part of his name mean, like, luck or something? But I'm seeing a lot of different translations. None of them relate to luck. I am lucky, after all. Bullseye. What's wrong, little one? You're acting kind of funny. Okay, why are you calling me little one today? Because you're a little one, my dear little one. That's not an answer. Okay, there's a reason, but you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Eh? Okay then. Let's cut to the chase. Like I said, Mama Shoko knows everything. They call her the Grand Dame of Kofuku City for a reason. And you know what that means? Don't answer, I'll tell you. It means she knows things. Things we probably ought to know. Right. There's the case from 18 years ago, and now this one. Maybe she's heard something she's willing to share. Here's the thing, I can't be the one to ask her about it. It's completely out of the question. Eh? That's where my little one, my boy detective, comes in. Why can't Detective Kamihara ask her himself? Maybe she doesn't know he's a detective? I bet you could get some information out of Mama Shoko, boy detective. Why can't you ask her yourself? Ah. Oh, that's easy. Mama Shoko doesn't like the police. What? Why? Oh, I can think of plenty of reasons. Because cops, despite what they'll tell you, aren't the least bit helpful when you need them to be. Here you go. Edamame, potato salad, and pickled eggplant. Woo, thanks, Mama Shoko. I love the potato salad here. Kami's a good customer, but if I'd known he's a cop, I'd never have let him in the door. So is this her just now finding out that he's a detective, or is she saying that, like, Oh, I didn't know originally, but like I found out later, but at that point it was too late. Mama Shoko's back. Go, go, go. Okay. What is it?
Mama さんが過去に警察と何かあったんですか?
Have you had problems with the police in the past?
そうだね。いろいろあるっちゃあるけど。
yeah, I have.
数年前にお客さん同士で殴り合いの喧嘩があったんだよ。
A couple of years ago, a customer started an argument, turned into a brawl.
慌てた別のお客さんが警察を呼んでくれたものの、さっぱり気やしない。
Someone called the cops, but they never showed.
だからここは一丁私の出番かねと思って得意の柔道技で締めてやったのさ。
So I decided to step in. I showed off some of my best judo moves, you know?
柔道技?
Judo moves?
とっとと金払って出ていきなって叩き出したところにようやく警察が来たよ。
I got the customer under control, yelled at him to pay, and kicked him out. Then the cops finally showed up.
その時の警察さ、なんて言ったと思う？はい、カミちゃん。
You know what they said? Tell him, Kami.
証拠ママに向かって犯人確保
They told her, glad we could get here in time.
まあそんなとこさね。ほんとしょうもないわ、警察って。
Cops are real pieces of shit. Gonna post that to Twitter later. Yeesh.
そんな感じでさ、警察は選ぶってるくせに、いざって時にはちっとも役に立たないんだ。
That's how it is with the cops. They act all high and mighty, but when you need them, they're beyond useless.
そういうところが気に入らないのさ。
That's what I don't like about cops.
警察は嫌いだよ。選ぶってるくせに、いざって時には役に立たないからね。
I don't like the police. They're damn self-important and twice as useless. Alright. Kamihara then.
カミちゃんは本当で気にしてやろうかと思う客だったよ。
Kami was the kind of customer I wanted to ban. That's a great way to lead into it. Ha ha ha.
神原さんは一体何を?
Why? What did Mr. Kamihara do?
私が警察のことが嫌いなのを知ってか知らずか、まあ余計な質問ばっかりしてきてね。
He asked a lot of unnecessary questions.
そんな質問されたら酒も料理もまずくなるだろうが、出てけって言ったんだけど。
I told him if he kept it up, his food and drink would start tasting bad.
出ても俺が懲りずにまた入るわけ。だっていいお店なんだもん、ここ。
I came back though. Because come on, this place is great.
私の根負けってどこかね。
One of the few battles I've ever lost in life.
聞き込みとか操作とかしないなら別にいいよってことにしたのさ。
I decided that as long as he wasn't doing business in here, I could tolerate him.
ありがとうね、証拠ママ。
Thanks, Mama Shoko.
警察は嫌いだけど、今となってはカミちゃんはいい常連さんさ。
I don't like the cops, but Kami's a good regular, and I do like those.
なあ、坊や。あんた、こんな話を聞くために、わざわざこの店に来たのかい?
Music just straight up stopped. Little one, did you come all the way here for small talk?
その
Clear throat.
ちょっとカミちゃん、あんたの連れだろ。 この子は何なのさ。
Kami, what's with this kid?
何ってそりゃ
What do you mean?
探偵くんだよ。
This is the boy detective.
は
Huh? Huh?
あ、はい。僕は宇津木探偵事務所の者です。
Yes, my name is Taran-10 of the Itsugi Detective Agency.
探偵
Detective?
マミちゃん。
Kami. Kami. What?
久しぶりに顔見せたと思ったらそういうことかい。
Here I was, happy to see you after you hadn't been in for so long.
警察関係者じゃないからセーフだよね。
He's not real police, he's okay, right?
まったくこれだから警察は。
Ah, see? This is what's wrong with the police.
しょうがないね。で、何が聞きたいんだい？
Fine, no use resisting, huh? Ask your questions. Loading screen? Oh. Kuze? You good? I don't like the atmosphere here. I'm half expecting a jump scare. Oh, someone's watching her. They're gonna like rush up the stairs to meet her when she gets to her floor or something? Whomst is this? Floor 5, okay. Then they like rush up the stairs to get to floor 5. I don't like this. Kusei. Oh, she's... okay. Did she lock the door behind her? Please? Eh?
何でも聞いとくれ。神ちゃんに情報量たっぷりもらって。
Bruh, they can't keep doing this. They can't keep getting away with this. Watch this. It's going to turn out to be nothing, just like the previous one. They can't keep getting away with this. Alright, ask me anything you want. Kami will pay me plenty for the information. Paying for information? What are you talking about, Mama Shoko?
うちで一番高いボトルを下ろしといたよ。今度来た時、しこたまお飲みよ。
I pulled down the most expensive bottle in the house. Next time you come by, you can drink up. What?
情報量にしちゃ安いもんだろ。ねえ、探偵の坊や。
I imagine it's a bargain. What do we say, little one?
上原さん、ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Mr. Kamihara.
探偵くんってちゃっかりしてんね。
Boy detective, you'd best get my money's worth. Rightio. I guess we'll dive into this first rather than... No, we'll ask about her first. I'll tell you what I know. Okay, never mind.
最近甲府市で男子中学生が奇妙な姿で亡くなっているのが発見された。
Recently, a middle school boy was found dead in Kofuku City. His appearance was quite strange.
という事件があったんですが、ご存知ですか？
Do you know anything about it?
奇妙な姿？
What do you mean his appearance was strange?
はい。遺体の頭には紙袋がかぶせられていたんです。
Alright, yeah, they did advertise. No, they did publicize, rather, that he had the bag on his head, but they didn't mention the face. So we are allowed to say this. He was found with a paper bag on his head.
ああ、テレビで見たよ。嫌な話だね。
Yeah, I heard about that on TV. It's disgusting.
一瞬ママさんの顔がこわばったような。
Did she look a bit distressed for a moment there?
でも私が知ってるのはテレビでやってた内容くらいだね。
That's all I know. What I saw on TV. Fair enough.
ママさんは18年前にこの町で起きた連続殺人事件のことを知ってますか？
Are you familiar with the serial murders that took place in Kofuku City 18 years ago?
18年前？
Did you say 18 years ago?
はい。10代の女の子が相次いで殺害されたというのです。
Yes, several teenage girls were murdered. Oh, no.
そんな事件があったのか。
You're serious about the serial murders? Yes?
今回の事件の手口がその18年前の事件と似ていたんです。
The case we're looking at now has a lot in common with the murders 18 years ago.
ママさんなら何かご存知かなと思ったんですが。
Do you know anything about that?
18年前ねえ。
18 years ago.
今回の事件についてこのお店を訪ねてくるお客さんから何か聞いたりしていませんか？
Have you ever heard any of your customers talking about the case?
どんな些細なことでもいいんです。噂話でも構いません。
Even if it's just gossip, that's fine.
そりゃ店に来る客には中学生ぐらいの子がいる親もいるからね。事件の話だってするさ。
Yeah, some of my regulars have kids in school, and they've been talking.
なんであんな場所に子供が一人で行ったのかとか、残された親が気の毒だねとかさ。
Mostly they wonder why a kid would go someplace like that alone, or talk about how they feel bad for the parents.
でもそれくらいさ、あんたたちが知りたいような話はないよ。
But that's about it. No clues to your case.
18年。坊やが探偵とはね。
So the little one is a detective. Okay. Think?
何か知っていそうだけど。
Yeah, she might know. How about I show you this?
この人に見覚えありませんか？
Do you recognize this man?
心当たりはないね。
No.
そうですか。
Ah, okay. What about this one?
この人に見覚えありませんか？
Do you recognize this man?
うちには来たことないと思うね。
He's never been here as far as I remember.
あ、そうですか。
Okay.
探偵くん、それ誰の似顔絵？
Who's that supposed to be, boy detective?
久世刑事のお兄さん、誠さんの似顔絵です。
Detective Kusei's brother, Makoto.
一体どうやって入手を？
How the hell did you get that?
企業秘密です。
Trade secret.
うわ、やるな。
Wow, great job. Right, I guess we just keep asking them.
もしかしてママさんはここが地元というわけではないんですか？
Are you from around here?
ああ、そうだよ。私がここに来たのは店を開くちょっと前さ。
No, I moved here just before I opened the bar. Eh?
あ、そうでしたか。じゃあ当時のことはご存知ないんですね。
Are you familiar with events around here from before then?
悪いね、力になれなくって。
Sorry, no.
いえ、 ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you. Think?
ママさんから情報は聞けないのかな。
I can't get any info from her.
それにしてもいろいろ置いてあるな。
Gotta say, there's a lot of stuff here.
サイン色紙なんかも飾られている。
Even a few autographs on display.
サインなんだ。
Whose autograph is that? I'm guessing he's talking about this one? And not... Oh, there's two of them. Let's look at this one.
不祥事を起こした芸人さんのサインだ。
Oops, it's an autograph of a disgraced comedian. Oh no, he got cancelled. What about this one? Oh, this one. Fun fact, what I heard is that apparently Toru Osawa, I think, at least I believe this is the guy who was on the paranormal show. That's the name of the writer of the original Famicom Detective Club games. So, like, this was their way of honoring him or whatever by sneaking him into the game like this. Toru Osawa, I think I've heard of him. I think that those are the only autographs here. Okay, let's keep looking at things then. Is he still the same thing? Yep, same thing. It's an ad for alcohol. It's also an ad for alcohol. It's also an ad for alcohol. I can't look at the paddle? Hmm? Food hygiene manager Michio Miyashita. Michio? Not Shoko? Interesting. Okay, let me ask about it. Okay, I feel like we're prying into things that we shouldn't be. Okay. Can I ask you one more question? If you figure it's something I can answer. Shoko's the name of the bar, but is it your real name? Why is this relevant? You know what this game is teaching me? I could never be a detective. Because he's all asking all this shit and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, why is this at all relevant? Like, why do we need to know this? Huh? What? Huh? Mama Shoko is... Well, she's Mama Shoko, right? I don't think so. Oh, then what's my real name? Go on, guess. You're serious? Mama Shoko's real name is... You want me to fucking... Hold on. No! Oh, hold on. Clip. How do I make a clip? Will it let me? How far back will it go? Fucking mobile interface is garbage. No, it won't load. It was Michio, right? They don't want her full name, do they? Go back. God, why is this interface so fucking... Yeah, it doesn't go... Yeah, it doesn't go back far enough. Fuck. Okay, well, I'll delete that clip now, actually. God damn it! Clips. Where is the unnamed clip that I just made? Bin it! It has been binned. Michio.
Michio ですよね。
Okay, good. I didn't need to put the full name. Michio Miyashita. Oh.
Michio?
If you didn't want people to find out, maybe you shouldn't have put the certificate right up there where everyone can see it. Michio Miyashita, really?
はい。ママさんの
Yes.
本名は宮下道夫さんですね。
Your real name is Michio Miyashita, right? Hmm.
カミちゃん、あんたとんでもない子連れてきたね。
Kami, you brought one hell of a kid into my bar.
じゃあ
Is he right then?
坊やの言う通りだ。私の本名は宮下道夫さ。
The little one is right. My real name is Michio Miyashita.
そうなの？証拠。あ、いや、ママ。
What? Really? Shoko, I mean, Mama...
坊や、あんた大したもんだね。気に入ったよ。
Little one, you're a real piece of work. I like you.
こりゃすごいや。
This is wild.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
じゃあそんな坊やに特別に昔の話を聞かせてあげるよ。
Okay, as a special treat, I'll tell you all about the old days.
昔。
The old days?
あ、おそらくそれはあんたらが聞きたい話のはずだよ。
I'm guessing that's the stuff you guys want to hear. Oh?
さっき坊やは18年前の事件のことを聞いてきたけど。
Earlier, little one, you asked me about something that happened 18 years ago.
本当は私、生まれも育ちもこの町だから、18年前の事件のことはよーく知ってるんだよね。
Truth is, I was born and raised in this town. I know a lot about what happened back then. Ah.
本当に？
Really?
ああ、それどころか。
Yeah, but more than that.
私、エミオってのに会ってるんだよ。
I've met the smiling man.
え？
What?
ママさん、エミオ。
Hold on, Mama Shoko, you've heard the story of the smiling man?
ああ、知ってるさ。この町のもんだし、こういう商売やってたら嫌でも耳に入るよ。
Come on, I run a bar in this town. Of course I've heard the story.
っていうか、今テレビで大人気じゃないさ。エミオってやつ。
People can't stop talking about the smiling man right now, especially on TV.
私、ガキの頃めっちゃ荒れてたんだよね。ああ、理由は適当に想像してくれりゃいいよ。
I had it rough as a kid. Maybe you can imagine why.
で、17歳のある日、人生で最低最悪なことがあって、もう全部がどうでもよくなっちゃってさ。
I was 17 when the worst thing ever happened. I didn't care about anything anymore.
こりゃもう生きてても仕方ないなって思っちゃったんだよね。
Not even living. I couldn't see the point.
周りの大人も警察も誰も助けちゃくれないしさ。
There wasn't anyone around. Not the adults, and sure as hell not the cops who would help me.
それで町外れの道端に座り込んで、どうやって死んでやろっかなって考えてたんだ。
So I sat on the side of the road, just on the edge of town, deciding how I was going to end it.
そしたら急に悲しくなっちゃってさ。
I cried,
私が珍しく泣いちゃったんだよ。
which is rare for me.
涙ってもんはなんて出たら止まらなくなるんだかね。ずっと膝を抱えて泣き続けてたら。
I couldn't stop once I started. I held my knees to my chin and cried for a long time.
足音が近づいてきて、私の目の前で止まったんだ。
I heard footsteps. They stopped right in front of me.
またスケベなおっさんかよ。
Another dirty old man, I thought.
こっちはそれどころじゃねえんだよと思って顔を上げてみたら。
To hell with that. I looked up ready to say something, but I saw... And that is the real mask. It's not one of the ones from the folklore.
変な袋をかぶった男が立ってたんだ。
A weirdo standing there with a bag on his head. What?
当時事件の噂にはいろんなものがあってさ、どれが本当かなんてわかんなかったけど。
Even back then, there were rumors about the case. I didn't know which ones were true.
私は一目見て、ああ、こいつが犯人なんだなって思ったよ。
At first glance, I thought, oh, there he is, the killer.
でもまあ、こっちは死ぬ気だったから別に怖いとも思わなかったね。
But since I was ready to die, I wasn't afraid.
ただ、
Except...
こんなへったくそな笑顔が描かれた紙袋をかぶった変態に自分は殺されるんだ。
I thought, I'm gonna get killed by a pervert wearing a paper bag with a lame smiley face on it. Hey yo! Miko, thank you for the raid! Welcome everyone. Apologies to Mama Shoko for speaking over her. Welcome everyone, hello! Hold on. How do I do shoutouts again? Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Did I do that right? Yeah, you were playing Tales of Berseria. How was that? Did you enjoy your time with the game? And then I also got to do the other shout out. Da-da-da. Tales was great. I'm glad. I'm glad. I didn't end in time to watch. Very much enjoyed. That's good. Hello everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Melody Sea Turtle, a VTuber and author from Australia who loves mystery games and is constantly working on too many projects at once. We are currently on a bit of a massive mystery game binge, currently playing through Emio the Smiling Man, and once we finish that, we're going to get into Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I don't know how many more streams of Emio we've got. We're on like chapter 9, I think. And from what I've heard, there's like 12 chapters in the game. But, yes, if you... I don't get rated enough to have this practiced and memorized in my head. If you need to eat, drink, sleep, just generally take care of yourself, feel free to do that. If not, stick around. I don't know how much longer we're going to be going for. But yeah. Must get rest. Good. Miko getting rest at a normal time. Amazing. Enjoy your luck. Thank you so much for the raid. And yes. Okay, we are currently watching essentially this woman recall a flashback of a time she was almost murdered. So, you know, that's great. Then I thought, wow, what was my life even for? I felt like I was going crazy. And I started to laugh. I laughed so hard. You laughed?
そうさ、大の大人がこんなんかぶって何してんだとか、もういろいろ考えたら笑いが止まんなくなっちゃって。
Yep, I thought, why is a grown man wearing a bag on his head? I couldn't stop once I thought about it.
そしたらその男、何もせずにそのままどっか行っちゃったんだ。
He stood there a second, then walked away. He didn't do anything.
笑うといなくなる。エミオの都市伝説通りだ。
Laugh and he walks away, just like in the urban legend.
このことがあって以来、なんか私吹っ切れちゃってさ。
Ever since then, I've felt so free.
おまけに物事がいろいろといい風に転がり始めたんだよ。
Things started to turn around for me.
で、一大決心して家を出て、他の町で頑張って働いたんだ。
So I decided to leave home. I worked hard in another city for a while.
その後、それなりのお金も貯まったから、この町に戻ってきて、このお店を開いたってわけ。
And once I'd saved up enough money, I came back here and opened this place up. Reading comprehension.
そうだったんですね。
It's impressive, really.
ちなみにね、店の名前には証拠をつけようってずっと思ってたんだ。
By the way, I always knew I'd name this shop Shoko.
あの時笑ったことで人生が変わったから縁起がいいと思ってね。
I wanted a smiling name. Laughing when I did changed my life.
それと宮下道夫のことはもう忘れようって思ってさ。
I thought I should change too. I left the name Michio Miyashita in the past.
あの時私の中で道夫は死んだんだよ。
Michio is just a name for paperwork these days.
とまあ結果はオーライなんだけど思い出して愉快な話でもないからさ。
Life has been pretty good since then, even if my history isn't exactly pleasant to remember.
今まで誰にも話さなかったんだよ。
You know, I never told anyone any of that until just now. So there was almost a fourth victim of the serial girl murders. Oh, I almost forgot. Felix, thank you for the follow. During all the chaos of the raid, I forgot to thank you for that, but yes. Thank you very much. I do have a follower goal down here. If whenever I hit 300 followers, I will do a Pokemon Nuzlocke. I've never done one, even though I'm a big fan of Pokemon, because I am a weenie who does not need the games to be more difficult, but I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about?
こういう話ってみんな聞きたがるじゃない。
People love to hear stories like these.
そんな逆ばっかりになるのは嫌だし。
But I don't want to have customers around who talk about such dark things.
だいたい噂好きの客なんて一回聞いて満足したらもう来ない。
And gossipy customers tend to come... Oh, she was still speaking. And gossipy customers tend to come in once and never come back.
私はね、それよりもっと実りのある話ができる店にしたかったんだよ。
I decided I wanted a place where anyone could have a good conversation and a laugh.
人それぞれ背負ってるものは違うけど、ここへ来て、それがちょっとでも軽くなってくれれば。
Everyone carries their own burden, and I want them to feel it get lighter when they're in
あ
here.
の事件で犠牲になった子たちの供養にもなると思ってさ。
I thought this kind of place would be a good memory, a good memorial for the girls who were killed.
証拠ママ。
Mama Shoko.
エミオに会ったママさんが笑ったおかげで
Oh,
神
shit.
の罰で助かって
She met the smiling man and lived, all thanks to laughing.
永遠の笑顔だけを手に入れたみたいだな。
And now she's got a different kind of forever smile. Do we think or do we keep talking? Okay, there we go. This seems like all we're going to get from her.
それにしてもエミオに実際会ったことがある人がいたと。
Wow, I can't believe she actually encountered the smiling man.
森本めぐみの前にもエミオは現れたか。
He appeared in front of Megumi too, but
同一人物なのか、はたまた別人なのか。
is it even remotely possible they were the same person? Dot dot dot.
考えてもまだよくわからないし、興 今日はそろそろ失礼しよう。
Well, regardless of whether it was the same person or not, it's probably time to leave. I will first talk just in case.
私が話せるのはこれぐらいかな。
Okay, that's really all there is to tell. Okay. Time to leave.
ママさん、今日は貴重なお話、どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you very much for sharing your story, Mama Shoko.
お、探偵くんもう帰る感じ？俺車で来てるからさ、送るよ。
Leaving already, boy detective? I drove. I'll give you a lift.
ショコママ、お勘定お願い。
Mama Shoko, check please.
はい
You got it.
坊やもまたおいで。お酒が飲めるようになったらお祝いでもしようじゃないか。
Come again, little one. I want to celebrate with you. I want to celebrate with you when you're old enough to drink.
神ちゃんのおごりでさ。
And the whole night will be on you, Kami.
当然、一番高いボトルだよね。
Sure, we'll drink the most expensive bottle on your shelf.
言ったね。覚えとくよ。
I can guarantee that.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks.
あ、そういえば。
Oh, by the way. Hmm?
さっき話したエミオなんだけど、そいつ私の前に立った時に
The smiling man, when he stood in front of me,
エミコって言ったんだよ。
he said, Emiko.
エミコ。
Emiko, not Emio? え？
エミコ、私は道夫だよって思わず笑いながら言い換えちまったよ。
I laughed and said, Emiko? I'm Michio.
そうそっかしい変態だよ。まったく。
What a stupid old pervert.
じゃあね、気をつけて帰るんだよ。タミちゃん、安全運転でね。
Alright, boys, be careful on your way home. Drive safe, Kami.
もちろん。さ、行こっか。ショコママ、ごちそうさまでした。
Of course, thank you for the food, Mama Shoko. Let's get going.
はい。それでは失礼します。ごちそうさまでした。
Oh, yes, thank you for the food. Goodbye.
いやー、探偵くん、来てくれてありがとうね。まさかこんな話が聞けるとは思ってなかったよ。
I'm probably gonna just go into, like, the start of the next scene or whatever. Like, till when we're allowed to save again, and then we'll end it off because, like, it's normally when I would have lunch. And I would have raided Miko, but she raided me. Well, boy detective, thanks for coming out tonight. I never thought I'd hear such a story.
上原刑事こそ呼んでいただいてありがとうございました。
Detective Kamihara, thank you for inviting me out.
さすがに酔いも冷めちゃったね。
That story sobered me right up. My buzz is totally gone.
そもそもお酒飲んでいないですけどね。
I thought you were drinking tea the whole time.
その通りだ。
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Sure. Oh, well, there we go. There's the end of it. So we're about halfway through chapter 9, I think. But that is going to be where we end for today. A little longer than yesterday to make up for the fact that I ended a little early. But yes, we are making our way through it. Let me shuffle my windows around again. So, thank you all for watching. This story is throwing twists all over the place. If there's one thing Famicom Detective Club is good at doing, it's twists all over the place. Oh man. Words. My next stream will probably be next weekend, around the same time as usual, where we will be playing more Emio the Smiling Man. we're getting closer to the end. There will be a point where we hit the point that Nintendo's supposedly taking down videos of, but hopefully the stream will be able to survive, and I'll just upload the VOD, and if Nintendo takes it down, it's fine. So I think we are gonna try and finish it on stream. And then the Sunday after, funny Miko should have rated today. But there's going to be a quiz show. Miko is actually one of the contestants. I'm looking forward to that. I will put up something later today once I finish the thumbnail. But yeah, please look forward to that. I've been wanting to do something like this for ages, and so the fact that it might finally be happening is I'm excited and nervous and everything. Anyway, let's have a look. Who's online? Because Miko is not online. Who can I raid? Pause that, so I don't have to see myself. Huh. So none of the people I'm particularly close with are streaming, right? But I'm just looking, and I there is a particularly large VTuber who like may or may not have gotten me into being a VTuber in the first place. But she doesn't have that many viewers, at least on Twitch. She's probably got more on YouTube. Oh, she only just started. Oh, that's probably why she hasn't got that many viewers right now, because she only just started the stream. Do I go for it? Do I go for it? Thanks for streaming, Melody. I'm so excited for that stream. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I'll put up something later today when I finish the thing. Heck yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, I can see my viewer count going down. Now I'm nervous, because when it was like 5, I'm like, yeah, we can do this. Now it's gone down to 3 again. This is why I normally don't look at viewer counts, but I have to look before I raid. You know what? Fuck it. It's been a while since I've watched her, actually, so this is a good excuse. Will it let me? It will let me. Good. I know some people have it set that... Oh, look, it still says 5. Let's go. I'm rating Obake Pam. If you don't know her, she is well, she's the mascot of Play Asia, but she calls herself the CEO. She's actually the first VTuber I started watching outside of HoloLive, because I found her playthrough of Genosha. So she's kind of a big part of the reason why I'm into VTubers. I have a plush of her on my shelf. Maybe this is a little bit presumptuous rating into her, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Otsukame. Bye bye, and scene. I forgot the raid messages, let me just put those in chat. Grab those. Okay, bye.